Y'all can talk. I said it.
We can talk?
Hey, girl.
Hey.
All right, so this is the second episode of me being on my fucking lonesome and another episode of So Shameless. This is the Daj and Friends show. And I have my buddies, the Same Energy podcast. Hi, y'all.
Hey, I don't even know why my buddies sound that funny, but okay.
My buddy. I'm listening to
Wherever
I go, he goes. This is how we do this. So, all right. So, this is how I want this to go.
Right.
I said Seth was going to be the A mic because I have nothing to talk to you niggas about on today.
Beautiful.
So, Seth, you got this. We're going to start off the same way y'all start off because I wrote my AKAs down and I'm prepared. So,
I ain't been prepared for 3 years.
So, we're going to start with the intros and then we're going to roll into some shit. So, who want to start it off? Hey, Will. You here?
Will should start from off camera. Will's here, y'all.
That's Fendi. I'm staying off camera.
Yo, you should moonwalk into this shit. Just for no reason when niggas start arguing, just moonwalk.
You got tight at the thought. You look like you got tight at the thought of him moonwalking.
Oh, no, I'm not paying attention. I'm
I'll enjoy it.
Wow.
It's Polo Will, Purple Label with Flair, Prince Troy in my Buddha, first Dubai and Durag model.
Off camera Poppy.
Off camera Poppy, behind the camera Poppy. Hype William, you feel me?
Not Hype William.
Chill. Come on, get that angle right. Chill, that's it.
All right. Who else we got in here?
Oh, it's
Hold on.
This nigga was about to tap dance.
Cut. Yo, you're not gonna be doing shit you never did before.
Oh wow.
You're not gonna get in front of this So Shameless audience and embarrass us.
Oh.
Alright? We got food in the house. He started dancing. I didn't know why. He said, who's me?
Not the little kid dance because Brooklyn.
Action.
Nah, I'm Seth. Seth just cooling. The girls them Seffi, bottom mind Seffi. You know, they call me a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna run through the whole list, you know.
Now niggas is
That was
humble.
literally the point. You gotta do my favorite part.
Nah, it's been a while.
You gotta do my favorite part.
What's your favorite part?
The whole thing.
I forgot it.
The Cape God
Oh,
from Cape
yeah, I
Cod.
forgot about that because I didn't did so many hairstyles. You know,
Nigga just called everybody bald.
Cape Cod, snap out with your flap out. You knew better, you do better. Don't wear Uggs and shoe weather. Same Energy podcast down with So Shameless, and we don't have a shame to give tonight. You know what I'm saying?
He wrote some shit.
He did.
He did.
Nigga said, that's it. By the way, here's another 16.
You got space.
Nah, that's it.
Go ahead,
That's it.
What's your name here?
Knock. Who is it? It's your blessing. Shea Butter, Baffy, the 4C Pappy, the Doobie Rap, Don Dada, with your podcast favorite podcast. Nasty cameraman, right? So I ain't talked to him in a while, and he had texted me. But the COVID laws ain't changed. The COVID law, like, son, all he did was text me.
Audience don't know who Nasty cameraman is.
He texted me, boom. I was like, yo, boom what? Hit back 2 later. The COVID is from the man. Wait for my answer. Niggas talking shit out there.
What?
What they said? I ain't like she gonna be distracting, but what
Stop reading it. You good? Nobody.
I thought niggas was cutting that, so I'm about to be like.
Niggas about to get on the mic to go, fuck you.
I was about to be like.
Fuck you in Zoom.
I was about to
Come
be like.
see me.
I don't know who King Von is, but like, what's up? Oh, that's Juan. My fault.
Niggas say King Von. Alright. I'm actually ready to
That's
go.
it. Alright, go Zayo.
Alright, I got mine. No, I got mine. Y'all ready?
You got yours? Yeah.
You ready? You ready?
Hold on, you gotta like bang on the floor.
I did. I have to write it down. I'm never gonna do this shit again. Y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's Miss Daj Bell, aka the Queen of So Shameless, aka the Guyanese goddess, aka the only African that's not African, aka the original Stoop Kid, aka Slytherin alumni. My pronouns are definitely yours. Suck my dick.
Tell Flex to run it back and drop a bomb.
Sorry. All she had to add was.
Very proud of you. I was fired.
Thank you. I did that all by myself, girl.
You was practicing?
No, I didn't even practice it. So that's because I be reading.
Nah.
I be reading.
I be reading.
She didn't practice.
I didn't practice.
Like
I
she
should
would.
be on the episode of Queens.
Nasty bitches in the house. You be watching it. bathroom. Hi, it's Siobhan, aka Sayo. Maybe aka Tiffany Houston.
Ooh!
But y'all can't see my titties today because I actually got a tear sweatshirt on, so I'm proud of myself.
Come on.
I should bring my
Big titty
titties out to
mama.
you.
Thank you.
I
We was
should've-
like,
That's all I got.
From the tit
Look,
to the
Juan
drip
love
to
you.
the-
Not the tit to the drip.
I don't want tit to the drip.
That's
I don't know why.
Nah, that was a good one. That was a good
Drop
one.
the single.
That was a good one.
That's fire.
If I could post that somewhere, I would. Because you know my coworkers follow me.
Facts. Alright, so I have mad stuff left over from Parker's party. So
Okay, it's good.
we got some champagne.
Also, can I talk of this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not Parker was getting drunk.
Hey, this lady.
I got some gift bags.
Oh, take one, pass around.
Oh, come on. Yes. You a good student. Pass one to Trill.
He said pass one around to everybody.
Right, like she could have passed it to him, bro. Like,
Nah, she
What is a
got
color? What?
she got no valid candy in here.
Right, right?
Oh, and it's 2 packs of carry on, y'all.
It's lit, right?
Oh,
And I got this. I got.
hour later.
Hey, yo, Seth. I got you, beloved.
What's this?
The blue chew.
Ooh, it's going down.
Is this a temporary tattoo?
Probably. I don't know what's in that bag, child.
Oh,
Nah, she went off.
It is a temporary tattoo. I'm about to get this yellow geese tattoo real quick.
Ooh. You know, all you need is a warm rag.
shout out to this gift bag.
I didn't know what you were talking about for a second.
The warm rag. I ain't want to say nothing.
Y'all so nasty.
I ain't want to say nothing.
I was like, what?
Now,
in this-
I love the gift bag, but this is a dub for me. You know,
You not gonna do
what
the blow pop?
What you?
You
wait,
anti-blow pop?
When you gonna do that?
Of course, Sayo. Yeah.
Step too tough to enjoy a lollipop.
Toxic masculinity and shit.
Child. Alright, so we gonna have a good fucking episode today. And don't ask me what the fuck we talking about.
That's what Seth's job is, but the nigga searching for the candy bag tomorrow.
No, listen.
No, I actually do. I do have some stuff that I wanted to discuss.
Okay.
Our good friend Tahoe. It's Tahoe's birthday, y'all.
You're
Happy
Pisces.
birthday!
I love
Yes.
Pisces, man.
Yep. So it's Tahoe's birthday, so he is not here. So everybody make sure that y'all DM him, write him, say happy birthday. He sent me mad topics.
Niggas still work.
Yeah, like he was just, you know, he was
Working
doing
on
the thing.
vacation.
He was on
We
vacation.
be having
too,
two
and his
topics
mind
and talk
was
about
just
one.
free, like, yo, what this, that,
Right,
that.
like, okay.
I just didn't want
So let's, you know, I like the dynamic of having almost like an equal balance of like men and women in the room because I'm always outnumbered on him. I be fighting for my life.
Son,
I be fighting for
Sayo
my
tougher
life
than
for
all
this
of us. Like, I don't even
podcast.
know why you said welcome, boy.
what do you mean? I have to deal with y'all nonsense every single time.
But you tougher than us people together.
I'm not. I am.
Right, you really the
I'm a.
That's a fact.
I'm really the what?
The bully.
I'm not a bully. I'm actually the sweetest one out there.
That's
crazy.
So let's fight.
Nigga said that's fair. Never said that's crazy.
I
So
ain't
let's
saying
fight. Y'all ready?
Whenever I have attention, I think about side before I think of a lot of niggas.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. I'll be
You
like,
just want to just put my friend out
like, if I gotta
there.
call somebody, I'd probably call side before a good handful of niggas.
Yeah. I could see Sayo like donkey punch somebody. Not even a
Why is
regular.
it always
Not
Duh.
donkey.
So wait,
Boom.
very quick sidebar. I'm gonna say this just because this is all prank. We went axe throwing this weekend, and now when I was throwing the axe,
Yeah.
I was like, "No, I can get one of these." I bought an axe. Now it's just in my house.
This
You
bitch,
did not buy an action.
It came within one day off of Amazon.
this bitch want to be Aquaman so bad.
This shit was 19 cash on Amazon.
Niggas is
A real axe?
A real axe, nigga, a hatchet.
But my question is,
Where you
what are you
gonna put that
gonna
in
do
your
with it?
That
I
shit
put
on
it in the
coffee
closet.
table.
It's in the closet because what happens if somebody attacks me?
You know you got machete in your house already. So
No,
why you act like?
we don't because the machete's with grandma. So I
Oh.
can't take her from the Bronx. Grandma will kill me. So I needed something, and you can't buy machetes up here.
So you just got an axe in the closet?
It was $19.99. They got paid less for brunch.
Can I ask a real question though?
What?
If you bought a weapon to defend yourself, why would you put it in the closet?
Because my closet's in my bedroom. So if I hear something in the middle of the night, there's weapons all around my house. You know, there's box cutters in my kitchen.
That's
and
very Bronx
Raise
of
the
you.
blade in your
You
mouth.
should put the weapon arm's reach from your bed in case somebody runs.
The bat is arm's reach from my bed.
Nigga got
Oh, so he gotta go to the back.
In the axe?
Yo, stop giving
Nah.
me into fit system on camera.
Nah, I'm not stupid. I didn't tell everybody what was in the house.
First of all,
Yo, this nigga took John Wick
Spider
to
was
real
really
life.
on
Like,
it. She's
really Conan.
Anyway, go ahead, Doc.
The fuck? You went asked the way had a Hennessy and cranberry and said I'm buying it.
It's really ridiculous.
Okay, another sidebar.
Go ahead.
You know, I gave up Hennessy after Ghana and knew they was giving out the hot Hennessy with no chasers.
Oh my god.
It was disgusting. But I drank it.
That shit burned.
I couldn't drink
bad
Hennessy for
Like a
now.
bad
like
perm?
a bad perm.
I don't. Why would you know? So
Yo.
I had Hennessy 2 weeks ago. That shit might make a comeback. That shit was fire.
No.
I think a comeback.
Come on, son.
Now,
Now,
Henny and cranberry, it hit my
we
heart.
better than that.
I'm not.
I had a Henny recently. I was
Definitely
like,
not
wow.
better than
I'm not better than the nectar of our ancestors. Fuck out of here. You're not gonna tell me Hennessy is it.
I ain't gonna lie.
Hennessy has outlived all of us. I'm not doing that.
It has.
Hennessy was in Harry Potter. Let that speak for itself.
But Harry Potter was
Henny
taken.
Sangria is fire. Yeah, Henny Sangria be having me make
It was in,
My Henny's
it was in
every
another
Sunday at
world.
4 o'clock.
Nah, you
Huh?
know
It
a
was
little
in
too much.
another world.
Uh-huh.
Not
Alright.
time period.
No, I'm just talking about the place, the location.
Yeah.
It's in Europe, so why would they not have
No, because
Tennessee?
Nah, niggas is Doctor Strange. We gon' tell the world. Like,
I'm about to say I can turn this whole podcast.
Hogwarts
into
wasn't in Europe?
Harry Potter.
it's a fiction.
No, it's a real place.
It's a real place.
Where? Oh,
You gonna
no,
put the mic to your.
Oh, I mean, to be honest, it wasn't a real conversation, so I wasn't like.
It's a real
No, it's
conversation.
happening.
But
We're on.
Nah, there's a scene in which Harry's uncle goes and grabs a bottle off the table, and although it's mislabeled,
It's Tennessee, yeah.
Tennessee. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, this shit really transcended to a point where
Yeah.
it's in Harry Potter. It's not just a black cool thing.
Hennessy transcends time, race. It's probably the end of racism, but we won't let it happen.
I don't think that's what's gonna do it.
Hennessy. That's it. Never mind.
All right, now.
So this nigga
This is
stop
not
it.
my joke.
This is Hennessy.
He tried to get it off, but he's
He
like,
did.
nah, I thought about this. Not.
yeah, you could have got it off for now.
You could have got it off.
Yeah.
All right.
Chinese chicken wings still gonna be there with the Hennessy saving.
The Chinese chicken wings.
Chinese, yeah, them
The
Chinese
white
wings.
people drink? Eat Chinese chicken?
They
You
do.
know they do.
The gentrifiers.
Yo, you know the cost of Chinese food went up.
I mean, the
Did it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot now.
Yeah. It's like a delicacy.
You know the French fries that come in the white carton?
Yeah.
Those is like $2.50 now.
Fuck out of here. I would
Wings,
never.
Yeah.
wings by themselves, depending on where you at, is like $8.
$8.
Once I'm telling you,
It's not
once
all
the
places
corned beef
Kanye
in the
goes.
can went up, I knew that niggas it was over us. Corned beef in the can used to be like $2 cash, 2 for $5. Niggas
much
want
is that?
$8 for that shit.
For some corned beef and hash?
No,
Corned beef
the other
hash
day I
and
had
saved a
like a
life.
hankering for it, so I went to the store. And you know, depending on where I go in Yonkers, it could be gentrified or it can be DMX.
Right.
So I went to DMX because I assumed that's where the cheaper one would be. $8.75 for some corned beef.
Wow.
I said,
For that
no
same
God.
can size?
You could get a cow for that.
My nigga.
A cow.
Nah, not really.
Nah, depending on-
Oxtail prices is up. You can't get
Yo,
nothing.
oxtail is
But an
so
ox is different
much.
than a cow. It's a male cow, but it's a different situation.
Son,
Yo, she tried to jam you up.
She tried to jam you up. She's like,
Come on,
I know how we moved it, though.
That's why I got the
He was just like,
That was like, alright.
Yo, I'm so proud of your
That was
growth.
like when Son threw 1,000 punches and Ali got out of the way. I'm proud.
Come on, I had the revolver.
I'm
That shit
really
don't.
proud of you for not reacting.
Nigga, everything in here said.
Yo, if this was 2 years ago.
I'll be like, you dusty. But you know what? Fuck it. Oxtail prices is up. What side was it?
oh my gosh, I love it here. This is why.
Oh.
All right, so let's get into some of Tahoe topics.
Okay.
Oh, this bitch is Scott. Let me shut up. If a woman makes you apply pressure, she does not like you. She's really waiting on the man she really likes to fuck up. But you're going to do all the shit he's supposed to be doing in the meantime. Don't fall for it, full of shit. If a man wants to, he will. You cannot communicate your way out of him. What? Oh, you cannot communicate your way out of him seeing a future with you. Men come out the door chasing. If you are not getting it back, it ain't you. How we feel?
I might need you to run that last part back. It was a little.
that was
That shit was a little.
That
The
was
first
a
part was a
multi-layered
little.
question.
The first part was dumb, but
She said it was in. If a man wants
not
to,
dumb, but
you cannot communicate your way out of him not seeing a future with you. Men come out the door chasing. If you're not getting it back, it ain't on you.
No, I don't believe that. Bitches say things that's dumb every single day.
Yeah, that's not true.
I'm bitches too, so.
This shit like a spelling bee. I was about to like, can you give me an example?
Use it in a sentence.
So when all right, so
The
she
first part
said
is
if a
stupid.
woman makes you apply pressure, she does not like you.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Come on, Seth, my guy.
Because he's a woman.
Come on, my guy.
What the fuck is that? I hate generic terms like, yo, apply pressure.
That means be on my back, be on my back, be on my neck, hit my phone up. You asking me for dates every day. Apply pressure, bitch.
I'm broke.
I don't want to see my dog every day.
That type of love not coming from it. Food at home is where it's at.
All right, how we defining applying pressure? Straight, flat out. What is it?
Like
Whatever
what
she
you said.
thinks
Like
it
what I
is.
say.
Like you checking for me. You want to go on dates. You like, all right, what you doing? I'm trying to see what you're
You're
doing.
making me a priority.
You're making me a priority. You're making me like, you like not being lackadaisical about me.
Right. Okay. But if you're making me do that, then you don't like me. You're just challenging me, and then if I win the challenge, then it's a
No, but that's
trifecta.
not true. If I'm making you do that, why aren't you doing that in the first place?
I don't.
Then that's a separate.
I don't know your
I
love
don't-
language. You
I don't-
explaining what applying pressure is.
Yo, niggas get one book.
That's why I hate generic shit, because they'll
Pressure for somebody.
they'll say some shit like, yo, apply pressure on me. And my question all the time is, what the fuck is applying pressure
Swipe
on
me or dead me.
Yeah, but also the thing is, sometimes when you apply too much pressure, depending on who the person is, it is a problem.
You got to tell me what all this pressure
I
is.
like
bro.
niggas and they went too hard, and I'm like,
See, and just in that's why I don't think it means that a woman doesn't like you if you says to apply pressure, because we never know what's going on in their heads fully. So sometimes we'll fall back, and it might be a green light, like, yo, it's good, like it's up, like do your thing, like that's her that might be her definition of applying pressure now. Like it don't have to be, oh, you aren't doing anything or you aren't doing the things you want to do. I'm making you do this. It could just be a green light.
the way Daj responded to the question, I don't know if we're going to be aligned, but for me, I don't think that me making someone apply pressure means that I actually don't like them and that I have another nigga waiting. It means that I actually like you and I want to see where your head's at. Like, are you trying to just be like on some fuck shit?
It's
Like,
the second interview.
Is like are you trying to just fuck? Because niggas who are trying to just fuck don't apply pressure, or they're killing time, like you pen pal. But for me, if a nigga is actually like putting in some work, want to go on dates and like trying to see me and things like that, then I know that I can reciprocate liking you back. Like I'm playing my position until you tell me what my until you show me there's a different position to be filled. So if you applying pressure, I know I can then reciprocate, or if I reciprocate, I know it's being received. Because
Right.
So that's what applying the pressure means to me, and it lets me know that all systems are go. It does not mean I have another nigga.
Seth, would you tell a girl like to apply pressure?
Tell her to apply pressure to me.
Yeah. I'm asking. I don't know. Like,
No, I would not tell her that. But my question.
Why don't you deserve it, King?
right?
on.
That's a bigger
Why don't
question.
I
Why would if you felt a woman
I'm like,
If you felt a woman wasn't fulfilling what you like needed, why wouldn't you speak up?
I guess I could speak up, but most times they already there because they doing what they supposed to do.
That's
They wouldn't exist if they not doing what they supposed to do.
Not exist. Like the bitch is just gonna fucking evaporate. Like
That's what my man said. What we talking about?
In the sense of us being romantic, there will be no romantic aspect to us if she's not already doing that. Is what I'm saying.
So like in a relationship,
dead.
in a relationship or like in a budding relationship type situation, how does two people apply pressure at the same time?
I got a question.
Reciprocity.
What's the difference between what y'all saying and there's women out here who just look at the dating game as a competition and either the richest nigga or the nigga with the biggest dick, whatever they value the most, has the most of that, that's just the winner.
I have a theory.
I'm just saying, how do men know? All right,
I'm not trying to look
I guess
at
my question is,
I
how
know.
do men know the
My
difference
cervix is
between
37.
a woman who is just making it a competition or
Yo.
a woman who's what Sayo said, like, yo, I like him, so because I like him, I want to see him do that.
But what is
how do men know the difference?
What is the end result of the competition? Is the end result of the competition just to bag you, or is it to marry you? Is it to build a family with you?
It depends.
Because if that's the case, it's all about a competition. Like there's always somebody else that's there, and it's like, how do you really want to be with this person? If you do really want to be with this person, then what are you going to do to make sure that you're in the position to be with the person you say you want to be with? It's competitive across the board. Like when I met my nigga, he was talking to somebody. I didn't give a fuck.
You right there catching strays.
That's crazy. I told the nigga, I don't care. That's your girlfriend? No, you don't have a girlfriend. I don't care. Where she at? Crying in the Mazda. I don't know. Like I don't have nothing twisted.
Ari Lennox pressure.
Exactly.
I don't know where she at. That's not my problem.
It's really none of your business. If the nigga doesn't have a girl, that because we already know the line. You're not the only one trying to be the only one. If a nigga has a girlfriend, and I ask this question 17 types of ways when I start fucking with a nigga. Do you have a girl? Do you have someone who thinks you're a girl? Do you have somebody be mad that you be on a date?
Facts.
Like, you gotta ask all these questions, and then you gotta get into this. If a bitch would be mad at you on a date, but y'all not in a relationship, but she still can't say nothing to you, that's actually two separate questions.
Yeah, but what if you ask that and he'd be like, nah, but she can't fight. We good. What you want to eat?
What do you say to that?
Ricardo's? I don't know. I say Ricardo.
I guess
we
Ricardo's.
Yeah.
I ain't been to Ricardo's in a while.
Yo, Ricardo's is still valid.
I guess we outside then. I'm sorry. Like if she can't fight, then it's really.
If she's not your girl, if she's not the mother of your child, or a young child too, because y'all might be working things out. For me, that's personal. But if she's not your girl, you are actively talking to me like
Trying to build or something.
I'm gonna see what it look like, and then if we're at the point where now I'm like, we might want to take this someplace else. What you doing?
Yeah.
Cause let me tell you, I can fight.
Saya got the dead hand though. You turn that shit. No power, just that.
I know 1-inch punch.
Son, Saya got the dead hand. You don't need that in your life.
I'm mad. So back to the original question. It's always going to be competition. It's just about what you want at that stage in your life. Because when I was in my 20s, like my early 20s, I didn't want to be with nobody. I wanted to eat, I wanted to fuck, and I wanted to mind my business. That's it. In my 30s, the qualifications, it changed a little bit. It just is what it is.
Yeah, I think that question is loaded though.
All questions are loaded on social media.
Because it's like, that's actually a fact. I think that first part is very dumb. Because why would you not want the person that you also are trying to talk to show interest back?
Yeah,
you want them to show interest. So
you know that pressure though.
But to me, that's pressure. Like, that's part of the pressure, showing interest and how you're showing interest.
Well, yeah, if he defines pressure as interest, then yes, 100% what you're saying is right.
But to me, pressure sounds like I'm forcing you to do something so we can produce something.
Not that the pressure is being applied to you to do something. You're applying pressure on
to
her.
Be like,
like you on her.
She wants you to do something to show
that you really want to be here.
It don't have to be no grand gesture. It could just be like, yo, when I call you, you answer the phone. When you call, I answer the phone.
I literally just had this conversation the other day. That's a hard thing to ask a nigga like me though. I'll answer every text, but I might not answer every
phone call. There's a difference because there will be people who you call and they won't even acknowledge that you called.
Right.
Like, that's irritating.
And then it's like, yo, I'm in a meeting. I can't pick up. What's up? Are you okay? Yeah. Like, that's me. But then if I call somebody, and I talk to somebody who used to call, and then like he would never call me back, and he'd be like, yo, what you doing? Nigga, did you not see this call? Because, and then I would talk to somebody, and I would be like, yo, my bad, can I call you? And he's like, why are you asking me to call you? To call me, just call, my nigga. I'm like,
never just call me.
Never just call.
At
that point, but you get to a point where
but I'm just saying, like, pressure is different for everybody. Like people who who acknowledge, like, yo, I know that you may feel away if I don't pick up, so here's my text message, here's my answer. Yeah. Like, here's me acknowledging it. Like, pressure could be acknowledgement. Right. And because niggas will be doing that. Niggas do the bare minimum. It's a different conversation.
Don't worry, we gonna get to all the conversations.
Yo, question, is FaceTime personal?
Not for me.
I feel like phone calls are more personal.
I think phone calls are more personal too, because with me, like, I'd rather FaceTimes over phone calls.
But anybody can't FaceTime you though, right? Yes or no?
No, you gotta. What you mean everybody can't FaceTime me? Like
do you just anybody?
Do you accept FaceTimes from everybody?
Right.
yeah.
Oh, I don't.
I don't have to hide no more.
And people don't
Clips, I don't
understand.
got no other niggas. It's sad.
No,
out
but
here,
not
so-
even on some romantic. I just.
But
feel
no,
like-
that's not even that. I
people-
don't
Unnecessary shot.
People think because we
I
both
don't-
have an iPhone,
You
we can
caught
just
two straight
FaceTime.
so far.
Nah, it
Two
don't
of
work
them
like that.
things.
You can catch a few.
Yeah, I have friends who like they call me exclusively on FaceTime.
But I
Facts.
don't understand why people think it that equates to just because me and you both have an iPhone don't mean you can FaceTime me.
Maybe I just want to see if, because there's something about having a conversation with somebody face to face versus over the phone.
Yeah.
Like I like to.
See them
I
in
can't
person.
see my friends as often as I want to. I don't have like that unlimited access. We have life, jobs, kids, responsibilities. Like the whole trajectory of our relationships have changed so much.
But
so
you
I
talking
want to
about
have
friends.
a conversation with my friend on
Oh, there's
FaceTime.
some friends
I
there.
sat on a FaceTime with you in the gym.
Yeah.
And I still worked out and we had a conversation.
Right.
But I could still see your face. I appreciate that.
But I
feel
just
like my
don't
friend is
understand why
here.
people think the access just because we both got iPhones.
Yeah,
it
me and
means-
shit. You were scratching the fuck out of that nigga.
Yeah.
You making me nervous.
Yo,
This ain't this.
why she doing that?
I don't even know.
It was on
Yo.
camera. Nigga.
No.
This ain't got nothing to do.
No.
Well,
So
this ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. But Kim Vaughn said Saudi can't fight a WNBA play. And I want you to know, sir, you're wrong. I don't know who the fuck you think she is, but you're wrong.
Why is he looking at the screen to tell
Nah.
me? Nigga, that's just no. He looked at the TV.
Whichever one of you niggas is, she's wrong. Listen.
Malice in the Palace.
That nigga
She was right there, right next
That
to
nigga-
Jermaine O'Neal.
on the court. You was on the God. The Jermaine, that's a dead hand. The Jermaine O'Neal punch, that's a dead hand.
Cause
If you wa-
my nigga slid into that shit too. He was like,
You were supposed to be on my side.
I'm sorry.
It was supposed
He
to be
said-
Barnes versus
He
Venus,
said,
bitch.
duo me, baby, no iPhone. It's no chance a chick is.
Nah, you ain't get-
Somebody
you ain't getting no
clap
pussy
back.
on duo.
Duo. Question.
But they put so many question marks, you can tell it's Soulja Boy voice. Like,
I said, what's that? A workout?
Sometimes.
no.
If you ask me to hit you on duo, it's a dub.
First of all, it's three of us.
How is-
First, let me tell you
how
right
is
now.
King Von? Like, what do you-
Stefan has
One,
been
I
our
don't know.
close
His
friend
face.
for years. Niggas cut his ass for having an iPhone today. You think we gonna download Duo to call you?
Nah, first of all, Steph is Ghanaian, so that nigga got WhatsApp. I can
put that shit
FaceTime
away.
you on WhatsApp, but I'm not downloading a new app.
If you FaceTime me on WhatsApp, I'm gonna assume you're a criminal.
I can't do that.
Link you on WhatsApp,
That's
baby.
it.
I'm West India. My cousin be calling me on
Nigga
fucking
said Mike-
Instagram video. That nigga live on
Microsoft
White Plains
Teams.
Road. He's 7 minutes away from me
Y'all
driving.
gotta get on Microsoft Teams. She
Oh, nah, not the
Microsoft
Teams.
You're not cool on Microsoft Teams.
You working too hard.
Yeah,
Microsoft Teams.
First of all,
You clock out of work.
Microsoft Teams.
I don't even get on that for work.
I fuck with Teams. I like do.
Is that y'all sound?
Do. That's Team sound.
Yeah.
Oh, I
call everybody on Teams.
we
at
use
work.
Google Hangouts for work.
I don't like Google
Teams is cool.
Hangouts.
I love Google
But they
Hangouts.
be recording all that shit, so I don't fuck with it.
Oh, sorry, corporate
Nigga
talk.
said call me on Teams. Not you adding somebody to Teams in the club.
Exactly.
Emailing.
She know that's her work teams. Somebody
It
gonna
is
jump
like
in that
the work Zoom, I told y'all.
She gonna be trying to get freaky on the teams, and somebody gonna jump in like,
What's the next
excuse
topic?
me.
We already went off bar.
This is why I love y'all, because I know this is exactly what's
So
going
no
on.
structure whatsoever.
When that ADHD kicks in, it's over.
You know.
All right,
y'all
no, sidebar. Speaking of ADHD, I really think I have ADHD.
We all have it.
Get some rhodiola.
What's that?
Yeah,
Ricola?
we
Like
that.
Ricola.
Said some runs.
So guys,
Yes.
this is my hippie wellness part of the segment.
Okay.
Okay.
I really think I have really bad anxiety.
Okay.
I talk about that on a regular
Needles.
podcast. I have extremely bad anxiety.
Needles.
It makes me unfocused. It makes
Same.
me feel tired. It makes me feel like I can't.
I think a plane is gonna like run into this building right now, like
Yeah,
just in
all
the back
the
of
time.
my head, and I don't
Even
know why.
that, I'm one of those people who get such
That
bad.
shit to you.
My nigga.
Hear that? The fuck?
I'm one of those
Not me
people
looking out the window like.
who know I have.
I'm about to record in this Uber.
Exactly.
Nigga, we at war
Phone me in.
almost.
What's the
I don't
Zoom
know
link?
what's
Send that
happening.
shit to me. What's the Zoom link? I'm about to put that shit on while I drive home. I'm one of those people who know that I have to send an email, and I know exactly what needs to go into the email, but my anxiety will stop me from sending the email. Like
Yes.
I'm really weird, and I do think I have ADHD or regular ADD. So there are a few natural supplements because I don't want to take actual
Yeah,
medication.
don't put me on the thing.
There's rhodiola rosea, and you can get it from Solary, Solary. That's a really good brand. That's the one I usually use. Ashwagandha is another good
I've been
one.
using ashwagandha, and it has definitely been helping. I have like the gummies, and then when I'm ready to throw somebody a kid, like
you gotta take it every day.
I take one.
Take it every day. Take it every take it every day because it creates like a. It creates a You said what?
Did somebody edit that out?
No, they know my body.
This is a safe space. So if you take it regularly, it actually creates like that balance in your body, so you don't have to take.
Oh, so I gotta take it every day.
Every day.
I'm taking that shit like it's like an Advil.
No. You.
Break.
Sorry, that shit got me so tight. Nerve. All right, we gonna take a break because my nigga is in here embarrassing me. And we're back. And that's it. Go ahead. What you were saying?
Oh yes.
I wasn't ready for it.
I thought it was a real break.
I was on my way to the locker room.
I'm missing. I'm like.
I was like, woo.
No, it is a real break.
When 40 and a half, we think
when you hit the show, you
You
can
play a
catch
little
it.
more defense, be good.
If you go on Amazon, Zeal Naturals, Ashwagandha, Rhodiola, Turmeric blend is a really good one.
Where you ordering this stuff from?
This is Amazon.
Oh.
Amazon has.
What did you just say?
No, I'm saying, I thought she was saying the website.
I thought she said
She
where
said
you
go on
Ubering this shit
Amazon.
from.
Order it.
No. Where you order? Oh, this is on Amazon. All right, cool.
But you can also get the Solary regular rhodiola or the super rhodiola from Vitamin Shop.
I might need the super.
So that's what I thought too, but the super doesn't work for me as well as the regular one. I guess I don't know why. It's weird. You just gotta know your body. So try it. Rhodiola or the ashwagandha rhodiola blend, but rhodiola is better for me than ashwagandha.
Son, I was proctoring a test a couple weeks ago. That's as an educator, the worst thing that you can make us do is proctor a test. You are literally walking around in circles for hours. You can't do shit. Mm-hmm. I had to hand in my phone. I had to hand in my fucking watch. So I'm just there.
That's all right.
Damn.
Son, just there.
That's
and
like
by the third hour, like the kids needed extra time. And the way my wheels was, I'm like, I'm just thinking of shit to fuck up. Like, I'm just looking at shit like, if I knock over this bookcase right now, that shit gonna be mad fun.
Really
I'm a badass kid. Like, the badass kid in me came out. Like, I bought stress balls for it so I could squeeze something. And then as I'm squeezing the stress ball, I'm like, if I throw this from my desk hit can I hit the Slytherin sign or am I going to hit the Ravenclaw sign?
Do you,
it's bad.
Do you meditate?
have a problem. Who got time for that?
You driving to work?
Drive?
Do you drive or take the train to work?
When I drove.
I don't know if you drive.
I can't drive shit.
That's what
I can drive my nigga crazy.
When you said you were on your way.
I don't even know what happened, bro. The nigga been letting off at you.
When you said I left at 4,
no, he drove.
I realized that, but in my head I was like, when the fuck did Daj start driving?
I don't fucking drive.
But you take the train to work, right?
Yeah, and I listen to podcasts.
But they literally have there's a podcast on Spotify called Mindful in Minutes, and you can pick 5 to 10 minute meditations, and they guide you, and it's like transit medication.
So I gotta close my eyes on public transportation. That's how
you don't have to. You don't have to. You can pick a focal point
and just stare at something on a thing.
Because
I'm gonna try it.
It actually helps a lot. It helped with my panic attacks when I used to take the train. I used to get
Come on, we love this mental health.
Yeah, I'm here.
You said stare at your dick and focus on your dick?
Y'all only gonna laugh and we all like, huh?
Because y'all didn't see.
I told you I had garlic shrimp and tostones.
Oh, okay. You wanting dinner?
I didn't have no dinner. I was just popping the champagne.
Nigga Will ate all his knowledge. His mouth mad yellow right now.
Now my knowledge was blue. The other airhead type John was
definitely
yellow.
blue.
Your holding him out. Yo, you
mouth
cripped out. Big crip energy.
I'm about to say.
Nah, I already know what's going on over here.
Oh, come on.
Nah, I'm just saying, these are delicious. What flavor is this? This is the blue Gatorade, not later.
1-4 Polo Woo. I got 2 good ones today.
First of all,
not the nigga counting.
Count it.
First of all, do not get me shot at or caught up in no indictment. That's the one. We not gonna play like that.
You're not on the camera. It's okay.
Oh, that's a.
You only on the audio.
My name reached before my face. Nigga.
Nigga said you talking to the big blood, nigga.
You pop Andre.
I wish niggas could see how.
That's the only reason I'm acting like that. I feel so free on this side.
Okay.
Okay, Ricky Blaze, fuck you.
I'm gonna say this is the piece that you cannot buy. This nigga Thames in the corner.
I really feel like Kanye in the mask. Like, I understand. The mask, you
get
do whatever
it?
you want.
You can do whatever you want when niggas can't see your face.
We can see you though. That's the problem.
Don't put that in.
But y'all love me, so it's fine.
That's facts. Alright.
Niggas have to threaten you to come outside. Like.
Ooh.
Damn, that's longer than I thought.
You got 100.
I'm trying to use my
I'm gonna listen to this and he'll be like, never let them motherfuckers.
Never let them niggas in my house
again.
At least not all together.
Exactly.
You gotta split you niggas up.
Definitely.
Alright, so here we go. Here's another one.
Okay.
Women are the gatekeepers for sex. From a male perspective, the only things required for sex are a woman he finds sexually attractive, mutual sexual interest, her consent, and the opportunity to make it happen. Please note that love isn't anywhere on the list. How we feel about... Ooh.
That's wrong. That I feel like I can't speak for every man, but I feel like for a lot of us, it's a mindset that we grow out of, either in actual age or in experience. I feel like it gets to a point where you've done enough. Like, it's like, all right, like, it's pussy, wow. Like,
no nigga better say that about my
am I crazy? Like, sometimes it's like, because for every, you gotta think of it like this. For every joint that somebody is out there salivating over, it's a nigga that's like, yo, I'd rather beat off than deal with this bitch right now.
Wow.
Am I crazy? Am I lying? It becomes a point where it's not just about like the stat or the accolade of having the sex. It's like, no, I'm good. Like, thanks for, you can keep it.
Sometimes it's
No. What you're saying is right, but what she's saying is like, as far as the woman being the gatekeeper, the main credentials a nigga looks for is that, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't include love or feelings. Like, in order to want to have sex with a woman, he wants those 4 things.
The 3 things. But the funny thing about it is, like, I do agree that women are the gatekeepers for sex, but I don't know how it works for men, but for me, personally, because I can only speak for myself on here, I can be sexually attracted to a man and never want to have sex with him. Because honestly, from the experiences, I have to speak for me. Because for the experiences that I've had in my whole days, because they were long and lengthy, there's niggas that look mad good.
Because I be lying about my hoe to my nigga.
My nigga said if I wasn't a hoe, he wouldn't want me.
I love that for y'all.
That's fine.
No, seriously.
That's
I really love that.
He gets me.
Sidebar, this is only because it's on topic, but I did do a dissertation at Harvard in which I went through.
Okay.
I went through the talking points of why, if you haven't gone through a hoe phase, you are in fact a hoe.
That's actually a fact.
You're in your hoe phase. If
that
you haven't
is for
gone
another
through it.
conversation.
You just made
All right,
know.
but that's put a pin in that because I think I want to talk about that.
No,
but what I realized is some of the men that I was sexually attracted to, they didn't have the dick or the performance. So what happened is, whether I'm sexually attracted to you or not, that has absolutely nothing to do with me actually wanting to have sex with you. Because it's sexy niggas in the world, but in my head, I'm just like, you probably can't do nothing with nothing, and I don't want to waste my time.
See, that's where so that's why
you eliminated them based on the thought of a possibility.
No, not just on the thought of a possibility. It's not a possibility, it's a probability at this point. From what I've experienced in my life, it's the niggas that I did not expect that were able to do what I needed to be done versus the niggas that I thought that could. So at this point, my balance, my radar is off. So just because I think that you look good does not mean that I'm fucking you. I'll probably fuck you last.
So with me, I feel like the way I word it is different. You said that you've been sexually attracted to niggas, and that doesn't mean that you are going to fuck. Mm-hmm. But to me, for me, I'm very rarely sexually attracted to niggas. I can admit a nigga is attractive. Like, I know the men in here is attractive. I'm not fucking nobody.
Facts.
Like y'all are my friends, but I know y'all attractive. Like, I know you're attractive to other people. Right. But to me, I'm not sexually attracted to you. So if I'm sexually attracted to the person, I guess it's so rare that I automatically be like, well, we fucking. And usually it's been good. The Lord and the universe has blessed me with good luck. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about the Lord and stuff, but, you know.
I guess so.
But yeah.
I mean, I get it. So for men, it's basically like the number one thing for you to have sex with a woman is to be sexually attracted to her. So how y'all feel about that? Because I can't speak on it.
I think it starts the conversation. Like, you're going to look now because you're sexually attracted to her. But sidebar, a lot of women talk their way out of it more than they think they do. So after we...
What does that even look like?
What does that even look like when they open their fucking mouths sometimes? Like, Lord have mercy. Madame, you don't have to do this.
Nothing,
Madame, we don't have to do this anymore. Like,
the same thing niggas suck them sometimes.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, what does a woman have to say to talk herself out of dick? I feel like dick is just
that's
like
the thing,
women plentiful and just in abundance.
Women say, like, yo, like, a dude can't shoot. Like, he can't have a conversation with me. He sounds dumb. According to what he looks like and how smart he is doesn't match, or so on and so forth in a regular conversation. He could hold a regular conversation with me. I asked him about this, and everything is, what are you doing? What are you doing? What do you do? Women do the same exact thing back and forth. And you really sit there like, as Will said earlier, y'all would rather go beat up my nigga. I don't want to
do another what you doing?
I don't want to do another
WID.
I want to do another hook on phonics with you, my nigga.
Not hook
Yo,
on phonics.
a nigga who can't spell, baby.
It's mad. No, but you can't spell so bad that your phone thinks the wrong one is the right one, so they're not gonna change it for you no more. That's a bad thing. That's a bad thing.
It's like, yo, you on your own.
Like,
this is wrong, but we don't suggest.
like, yo, just go buy the new phone, my
We
nigga.
suggest going back to school.
Jesus.
Go on Duo. Or what fucking Bond says.
Duo. I don't even know what Duo is.
Duo might help
Go
you.
on it.
The crazy thing is, a nigga with the Android is the one that's scoffing on Duo. Why you like this?
We can fight.
I love you.
I pray for all genders, and I might beat up all genders. We can fight.
Niggas said y'all bitches want equal opportunity, about to get equal hands.
Amazing grace.
Oh my God.
Not amazing grace.
What we talking
I
about?
wish I'm ready to go back home because
Yeah.
what's the joke?
Shake the tree like Sayo in that park doing that barbecue.
Wow.
Oh, here we are.
Yo,
Here we
what?
We ain't done this in that long. We had the conversation.
Why would you even bring that up?
Why you bring that
here?
Huh?
Huh?
That
What
wasn't
happened?
me.
What happened was?
Seven thinks I fought some girl in the park, and I did not fight nobody in the park. I was at karaoke
Sayo
watching.
beat somebody
playing.
with hot dog buns, but that's a different case.
Jesus fucking
You
Christ.
always have your
Wow.
ringtone on. I haven't heard
That-
a ringtone in
That
years.
was an alarm. You ain't got to make a scene about it.
What, you gotta take a birth
Your
control?
pill?
But you said somebody.
Nigga said someone wilding on me. in the
I gotta check my
microphone.
phone to see what the alarm said.
How you got an alarm at 8 o'clock at night?
You said someone wildly.
I thought it was someone wilding, but I remember my phone was on Do Not Disturb. I learned that from you. So,
Okay.
Oh
Shit. Set counters with a jab. What happens next?
Wagwan.
so nah, it was an alarm. I had to snooze it.
What you have an alarm for? Birth control?
Nah,
Fine
it's
guy.
something work related. I had to send an email. I'm good.
Not
you
you
sound like a drug
Not even you in the middle of podcasting, nigga.
control. Why would she say to taking birth control?
You gotta remind somebody else to
Ooh,
take
good
birth
distraction.
control.
Bring it back.
I was thinking about it the other day.
Wow, I
super
didn't even think
randomly.
about that.
Oh,
The
stay
more
with me
you
now.
know. That, come on.
Stay with me now.
I ain't been in a relationship in mad long, so that's what it is. Not because what you going
Would y'all take a male birth control?
Why not?
Why not?
I don't want to.
Wait, who said?
Was it you
Oh,
said?
sorry, no, I'm not.
Oh, would you take a
No,
male
I'm
birth
not-
control?
Sorry.
Look at that ass.
Zeke.
Would you take a male birth control?
What's the side effects?
Does it matter?
Whenever,
Doesn't matter, 'cause
No,
we
it
have-
does matter. It does matter. The same side effects women go through with this.
No.
My hips gonna get wide and shit.
All right, if you, you see how mad she got, son? You see how mad she got? Yo, you about to make sure they make sure the people that can't see that's him and not
Nah,
me.
that's Will. That's
That is
William.
not me that said that.
Son, what
Side
the
effects.
fuck?
That's William. Dead ass.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
You know what I mean?
Side effect is you still might get.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, dog. Joyce might take me out for
I ain't
mad
gonna hold
food.
you.
What's up, baby? Take me out to
Hold me down.
cinema.
I ain't been on birth control in years though.
I
I just got off.
Plan B is my plan A.
What's
I
up?
found myself in a Twitter thread.
That shit got me pregnant. I'm trying to tell you, stay off of that pill. That shit is not
With the
effective.
plan B?
I took that shit, Sayo. I swear to God, I took
Let me
that
tell y'all
shit.
right now, they've been telling y'all niggas that Plan B don't work for bitches over 155. I am here to tell y'all as a testament. This is my testimony because
Plan
it's
B
never a
sponsor
testimony
her.
without a test, my nigga. I'm here to tell y'all that shit works. All right.
Sponsor her.
However, if y'all really got the money, you can get Ella. It takes 5 days. It gives you 5 days to work, and it's for people who are over 155. It's more effective.
Why you ain't tell me that shit in 2019?
Because let me tell you, I didn't know about it until I got the internet birth control last year. And they gave me a free packet. I was like, wow, what's this?
Internet birth control?
Because you can get birth control off of Instagram now.
Really?
I ain't gonna
She said internet. I thought she got birth control on Fat Kids deals. So I'm like,
Nah, Steph, go home.
I ain't gonna hold you. Whoever Kendra is, she trying to line us. Nigga said you gotta take 2 of them.
oh, you gotta take 2.
If you got 2 of them, you gonna go back to it.
I ain't gonna hold you. One plan B has such bad side effects. Why would you want to take 2?
These are not Skittles. Y'all gotta relax. Y'all wildin' right
The
now.
uterus is gonna fall right out.
Wait,
However, if you have an extra pack of birth control, if you crush up 10, it equals 1
Yo,
plan
somebody
B.
else
Just
had one
say.
definitely. Yo, y'all take.
Do not have these young
Nah.
out.
She's snorting birth control. 10 plan B's, 10 birth
Before
control
you
equals 1
finish
plan
your
B.
sentence, we need
Just
to let
math.
you know this is not medical advice. We are not medical professionals.
That's a fact. I ain't gonna hold y'all. For those who don't know, I'm an associate producer. I do production, so I can adjust the camera. Please don't listen to
Watching
me.
3 years, here. If you were listening to the podcast and you crushed up 10,
You might be entitled to conversation.
Yo, I was showing it. So go ahead. Say
Whatever
that
number
shit.
episode this is, don't listen to it for medical advice, please.
No, this is
Wait,
fucking
so the
bullshit.
people taking 2, you take at the same time?
I don't know them
I don't know
bitches.
what Kendra talking about.
I don't take 2. Most of
Nah, you gotta melt it down in butter and make it edible.
I thought you was gonna say cook. I thought you was gonna say cook it like crack. Add some baking soda.
You snitching on yourself. You snitching on yourself.
Salmon.
You snitching on yourself.
Relax. Is wild, so there's
You
no
gotta put the
rules.
pot in the water.
Relax, champ.
No birth control charcuterie.
Exactly.
We got some plans.
Baby, why this brie is crunchy?
Condoms here.
Exactly. Why the brie crunchy?
Wait,
It's alright.
excuse me.
It's a crust.
Excuse
Hello,
me.
y'all coochie for the coochie.
This
I hear y'all. That's
this nigga said birth control, charcuterie. I want his mic cut off.
Wow, she went full Beyonce on me.
Orlando like, I don't know.
Not the Beyonce.
I mean, wait, hold on. Back to the set.
The stairs
Would
is
you
always
take
an
a male
option.
birth control?
With the same side effects as a woman goes through? Probably not.
I hate
So
niggas.
that, but why not though? I need to know why.
There's a
From
lot
the
of
three of
side
y'all.
effects.
So what?
Y'all niggas be like, y'all ain't happy, so I'm gonna take that shit. I don't want to be on.
Ain't nobody happy. We don't take this shit because we happy. We take this shit because we know that niggas be irresponsible and we gotta double up
happy
on
being
ourselves.
tied to a pill every day or
Are you
whatever.
crazy?
Run it up.
I run it up.
Do you know the mood swings that come with birth control pills?
Nigga said run it up.
This man, I had to get off birth control pills because I had such bad mood swings.
That was weird.
I had to get off birth control because I was literally at the same weight for 2 years.
Well, that's another thing.
For 2 years. I went to the gym every day for a month and a half straight.
And nothing happened.
This nigga, he lost pounds. He was like, yeah, I'm good.
Niggas always lose
Me,
weight quicker than women.
I was at the
I hate
same
niggas.
weight. I just
made
look
for
a
this
little
shit.
slimmer on the side. Like, I lost like 2 inches. And I'm like, yo, like, why is this so disrespectful? Like, I gotta get up off this.
Nah, it's only. I will say me being on birth control made me almost didn't have a nigga because he was like, no, you gotta calm down, bitch. And I was like,
There's the control.
Wow.
you said what?
There's the control.
Now you really can go.
No.
Why?
What I'm saying is birth control makes you almost not have a nigga. Then no nigga, no birth.
No control.
I don't know why. I thought you meant the
right here.
Right here.
I found myself.
That's fucked up.
I thought he meant my nigga was controlling me. I was about to
That nigga preaching.
Not that nigga preacher.
So, all right. So here's the thing. Why, if y'all understand the things that women have to go through and the things that we have to take just to maintain a certain type of peace and social order and balance, why would you guys not be willing to make the same sacrifice that we make on top of the fact that we're the ones that have to give birth? Y'all don't gotta do nothing. Y'all don't do nothing.
I think that that's largely in a miscommunication of how much you guys go through on those medications. Like, I only realized it it was a Twitter thread, and it was just mad women commenting on what their birth control did to them.
Yeah.
And beyond on like the emotional toll, the physical toll it could take on your body, like your organs, your skin. It's like, yo, you, like at the end of the day, this be so we could nut in you. Like, y'all been doing it so long, I'll wear this one. Like, all right, give me one. Pass me one.
But also, too,
I take it.
The real catch-22 for a lot of women with birth control.
Listen,
I'm about to say the real catch-22 for women with birth control is a lot of times taking birth control makes you want to have less sex.
Yeah,
like you have to take
your sex drive.
you have to try so many different. First of all, it takes you 3 months to get used to birth control. Mm-hmm. Like it takes you 3 months for your body to get acclimated to it, so you don't even know if it's working. Like it's the right one for you until after 90 days.
Yep.
Then a lot of birth controls make you not want to have sex as much. So now you just out here on the birth control so you can fuck, but not wanting to fuck. So what's the joke? Like, so, I mean, again, this is why I say plan B is my plan A. If you have Clue, you can use your ovulation calendar and pull out and pray. Again, I'm not a medical expert, but you know, I was pre-med at Temple University for 1 semester.
Okay, so, come on, that count.
It do.
That count.
I was pre-med at Temple for 1 semester.
That count.
Oh, it's Liddy. I was
exactly. You didn't even know.
Was that Great Slow Memorial?
Exactly. And I actually went there though. Like,
I actually went to Grey's.
And I watched almost all the seasons of Grey's Anatomy. So I feel like
that's
I can talk.
equivalent to having a cousin at the Pentagon on Twitter.
In facts, I feel like I'm extremely qualified to talk about this.
That's a fact.
I don't know.
Somebody
I just
said
feel like
plenty of folks have no niggas with birth though.
Not you setting another alarm.
Nah, son.
Just take your pill, bro. Just take the pill, bro.
Well, you ain't have to throw him out like that. You had to do it like that. He was gonna get that off cleanly. He was gonna get that off, son.
Niggas thought I was quiet.
How many alarms we got?
Niggas thought he was gonna get that off.
Niggas said just 2.
Niggas said the reminder alarm. That's crazy.
Nina's different. Oh. Nina said it because birth control increases her libido.
That's crazy. That I've never experienced that on birth control.
Not this bitch Thanos.
This bitch service
Thanos. Nina, I don't know this man. I'm sorry.
If folks have no niggas with birth though.
What?
Wow.
That was just sir. Was that a sir or a madame?
A madame.
God damn.
We don't know their pronouns.
Yeah.
Male birth.
Y'all. I don't know how y'all be doing this shit.
The pronouns?
No, the tangents.
Oh.
Well.
We got ADD.
Well.
And I know you have
Will is the tangent.
We could do a highlight tape of you.
I'm a producer today. I can do this is a tangent.
Prince Troyum the tangent. The fuck?
Rudeness. That was unnecessary.
Alright, I got something for you.
Roughness.
What you got?
I got something for us. We ready?
Not Beth over there shaking ass.
Wow, like that was a gender neutral dance, yo.
I respect it.
Go ahead, you right, Papa. I'm sorry.
Much respect.
Let's try this. Let's see what they're talking about.
Pussy and money. Okay. This is the equalizer. This is what comes in. Women use pussy, vagina, to say, oh, I got him with this sex, right? Men use money. So money is this equalizer. This men get access to women that they would never have access to because of money.
That's so true.
Women do it because men will sleep with just about anything.
That's true.
And especially if it's private or secret and no one has to know. Mm-hmm. So I've seen women who are 5s, but they're sleeping with a dude who's a 9. She's got these ridiculous standards because she actually thinks this means that a man on that level would be with her. But he would never be with her. He's just using her for sex. But she thinks because her vagina has given her access to these men here, that this is the new standard. Men, money. They would never have access to these women, but the money gives them access to this. So for women who are very successful and you want to only date those men in that pool, that men with money have access to women.
Nothing she said was fucking intellectual.
Kevin Samuels been said that.
If you go to a successful woman who has the body and all this, the looks to go along with your money, and even then they hardly still want you because they feel like they're in competition with you. And there's all this underlying dynamic around, and women don't like when I talk about this, but there's a difference between being pretty and being gorgeous. you know, a lot of women.
Stupid as fuck.
Where's she from?
Yo, somebody gotta arrest that nigga.
Who's the nigga that's like,
Yes.
And that's a whole nother level.
She sound like my fucking social studies teacher in 7th grade.
Some people make $80 million.
Exactly. It's like.
all right, ain't no niggas. All right, that's enough for me.
Yeah, what's she?
I don't know what they was talking about.
Most niggas don't even make 40K. Most
Facts.
niggas don't make 40K.
You know what? To eliminate that, because there's a lot of stupidity. Why do people talk like everybody is not poor together?
Because it's easier to shit on somebody than like actually face that you poor.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You still gotta face yourself at the end of the day. You still gotta look.
I don't
in the
have
mirror.
to tell nobody I'm struggling if you believe I'm not struggling. Like
It's
I
also
can make
trauma.
fun. Yeah, I can make
You really
fun.
want to be real. Niggas ain't faced the
Oh,
trauma
what?
of growing up in economic disparity and just growing up poor. And now that they're older, they think that them faking that they have money or getting money is negating their like childhood, the traumas that come with being poor. So they snap on niggas and then they talk bad about people because they're continuing the cycle that they felt when they were growing up, which is stupid as fuck. Break these cycles, nigga.
But what I realize is that, like, when we have these conversations about like men with money and the men with money and their standards and how they feel about women, I feel like it's all just rooted in a bunch of bullshit, because the men that even get a chance to break that 6-figure milestone, they're automatically dealing with survivor's remorse. So even within making this amount of money, you're still taking care of maybe your mother, maybe your sister, maybe a cousin, maybe a nephew, maybe a niece. So within that, it's like you don't even really have the ability to play with the money that you have, because you have to take care of your family. So
I think when
niggas are still poor.
But I think that's two separate things. With niggas with money, when she says niggas with money, I mean this is niggas who have money to play with. Like they have the money to use to trick. That's what I think when she says niggas with money, because how we know you got money unless you showing us you got money, like, or unless you're trying to show us your money.
And there's a couple of things to unpack there. One, money looks a lot of ways. There is no one look to money, so it's never really like, oh, you're not showing us you have money. Beyond that, as far as like, oh, we all in this together, we all poor together, this also is a byproduct of oppression, where it says, well, I'm being treated less than, so I need to find someone else to treat less than. So it's like, for the people who shit on those who might make $40,000 less than they do, somebody who makes $40,000 more than them is shitting on them.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a real like terrible cycle of bullshit, really.
I don't know. It's just hard to have a conversation about sometimes, because we always talk about like men that have money, they have like this certain standard, and women, they have a vagina so that you can like use your pussy to buy into certain lives and certain lifestyles or whatever the case may be. But if you're using your pussy to buy your way into a certain lifestyle, what is the longevity in that?
Some joints is prostitutes. They just don't want to say it. You're a two.
Yeah.
You were two.
And how long? I love
you was two. You two.
Yo, something about two is just mad money.
Son, a lot of joints be tooting, but don't want to be said. Don't want to say this shit. Niggas be on their tooting comment shit, but don't want to say.
Not the tooting.
Let's go back in history and live with me, my beautiful people.
I might.
Now, but overall, before
No, go ahead.
like overall, after you make a overall after you make a certain amount of money by default, especially for black people, you're a 1%er. After a certain tax bracket, and that shit is not even fucking high. It's like $50,000-$60,000. You're really like a 1% of people that make legal money that way. When you realize, if I've been broke my whole life and I realize mathematically 60K makes me feel like I've accomplished some shit, I'm gonna act like, even if I don't really have the money, the numbers say, I can argue, yo, I really have the money, I'm this nigga, I'm that nigga. And same way, a woman who's broke ain't gonna wanna fuck another broke nigga. So he looked like he might have something compared to the men I've seen, even though he may be doing a regular 9 to 5. His income and how he's living beats the dudes I've seen. It could just be, yo, he got his own space and a whip. He can move freely when he wants to sometimes. That will make me think I am automatically coming up. Ain't nobody fucking down or laterally. Niggas going up, like, regardless. So when a dude realizes, oh shit,
don't equal the positive.
So when a dude realizes I'm up compared to whatever standard that she set, and she's showing me those standards, oh, I'm up. I came to link her, and I I have a better standing than her, or I might just be more knowledgeable than her.
That you bought dinner.
Boom! Now, honestly, are you the biggest challenge for me? No.
You never been to a girl crib and was like, yo, where the fuck you live at? Like, oh my gosh, I'm not coming back here.
None of my niggas ever had to say that about me.
Hell, I'm talking about it.
Come on.
What you felt?
I've been blessed.
You feel the fabuloso.
I've been blessed. You like Fabuloso on a regular
I
basis.
told you.
Fabuloso and Dettol.
Come on,
Let me
Dettol.
tell you, Dettol always in the house.
But for that though, I don't think it's wrong for us to have this mindset. I don't think it's wrong for that to be a thing. Social mobility is the point of America, for lack of a better word. It's like, for that, if we take it from dating and love and apply it to just anything in general, it becomes a lot easier to digest. It's certain clubs and certain bars that we don't go to because we are no longer aligned with that with the element that goes to those bars. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why we need to be in the same place? We not on the same level, and not in terms of finance or in terms of like life progression, but just in we want different things or we aiming for different things. We don't need to be in the same space.
I see where you're going.
I don't think that's wrong.
Agree with that because I still love a hood bar.
It's a break.
You still love a
No, not yet. Go ahead.
You still love a hood bar, but for that you'll go to a hood bar, but you'll be a lot more alert than if you didn't. You know what I mean? Like there's still a level of discernment that you have.
Like I know I'm in a
even
hood bar.
To call it a hood bar
I'm about to say
speaks to what it is and the elements. Like,
so, are we sellouts? Let's take a break.
Now you take a break on that.
Easy.
I say every do ya do do.
And I'm back.
all right, guys. So we out there giving 110%. I feel like
Right. Talk to me, coach.
You're sick.
I really like.
All right, so
Thank you.
that is the question to come back to. Are we sellouts that we even look at certain places and certain things like they're not of our status or stature?
No.
Because the hood bar, I like the hood bar.
I still like the hood bar.
I literally, like the other day, I'm sitting in a house, right? And I've been to so many different like restaurants and just like different eatery places and been drinking all this different types of liquor or like whatever because niggas is not impoverished anymore, so we can kind of do things. And then I sat there the other day and I was like, I want a burger from a diner. I miss diners. I miss diner food. I miss being able to like, when we was poor, the diner was the restaurant. Applebee's was the spot. Olive Garden was the spot, and we liked that shit.
Whoa,
See,
I'll still go to
and I'm but this is the tricky thing about the mindset because we start to associate hood with poor, and it don't have to be.
It don't have
and
to
it's
be.
not like for that. A spot might be hood, and you might elevate beyond it in some like what their well drinks are is bullshit to us now. Or like a spot's known drink might be a Long Island, and we might be past the point of drinking Long Island. So it's like, yeah, I'm good on going to that, but it speaks more to what we've done, what we like, and where we are than that being less than.
Yeah. But I want to revisit. I want to go back to the hood spots that I used to love, and I want the $5 fucking the Opal $5 Patron and
Opal was not on this spot.
No, but you understand what I'm talking about. The pricing. I'm talking about price
But see, that's
lines.
the thing.
My
City
tab ran
Island
up.
Is hood? It's not poor. Though.
and I will never stop going to City Island.
Right.
I will fly my kids in to go to City Island.
City Island
Yes,
is
mommy
hood, but
drinking
it's
a
not
pina
poor.
colada.
You gotta have some bread to get a decent meal and a drink in City
You
Island.
just gotta know how to fight.
You're
I
not
think-
eating good at.
You just
City
gotta know how
Island
to fight,
for
you said?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I don't think that certain places, first of all, there's the first level. For me, hood doesn't always necessarily mean bad. Like hood just means like it's back in the hood spot. It's not by where I live anymore. It's not by maybe like what we say like is a fancy restaurant. Like I don't think that, to me, the Chinese food store is hood spot. Like it may not be it's not a bad spot, but it's still a hood spot to me because when you go to nicer areas, there's no good Chinese food. Like
Facts.
So I don't associate hood with like actually dangerous or poor. The second part is I don't think that we are sellouts. I think that we are elevating because we know certain things like we don't put ourselves in a position where whether it be therapy or we just grew up on our own, we did our own like mental health thing. Like we know that like we don't go to that party because that party might be where we get too drunk and we're going to end up fighting. Like just not out there because somebody's be fighting.
You hear that, King?
So I said this. Meanwhile, I'm pointing to you. I'm like, I just know that like we are in a space where niggas is 30 something, like ranging in the 30s right now. We've seen so much shit in our lives. Like we see those memes on Twitter and Instagram all the time. Like we've been through 9/11, a recession, Trump, niggas going through World War III tomorrow. Like we've been through so much shit. We are so intentional about our peace of mind that we don't go everywhere. Mm-hmm. We don't associate with anybody. That doesn't mean that person is bad. That person just may not be aligned with who we are anymore. So I don't think that these spots are bad, and I don't think that we are sellouts. I feel like we're being intentional about the places and the people that we associate with for what's best for us at this age.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. Like, I'm asking questions, obviously being devil's advocate, but somebody
told me the devil doesn't need an advocate. Just say we want to see both sides.
Oh,
wow.
Trillium. You gotta hear both sides.
No, the thing is, I used to say I was a devil's advocate all the time. That's like my MO. I definitely. Yeah. But somebody told me the devil doesn't need an advocate, but you can still look at both sides.
Yeah, so in that, then you definitely have to see both sides. And I realized that just in having conversations with certain friends, there's so many things that I don't do anymore. And like some of my friends, like my older friends, they look at me like I'm crazy. Like, yo, Daj, you want to do... Nah, nigga, I go to bed at 10.
Bro.
On Friday. Like, I
go to bed early on Friday, actually.
Like, I am tired. Like, I don't have the bandwidth to do these things that I used to do anymore. And then sometimes with my overactive brain, I start thinking about and reliving some of the things that I did. And some of the things that I went through. And I'm like, you have ADD, I'm pretty sure, and your anxiety is through the roof. How the fuck were you even in these positions, in these places, comfortably?
Because you were younger and you didn't realize it was a threat. But life experience, other people's experience, being intentional, therapy have made you realize, like, those were probably not
3
the best
years.
places.
I did a 3-year bid in therapy. I came out a different nigga. I'm trying to tell y'all.
No, go see the lady, y'all. Please go see the lady.
Go see the people, them.
Go see the lady. Go see the man. Whoever your therapist is, go see them. Because even if... So I'm very much a black or white person. Like, not race-wise.
Yeah.
It's never white over here.
First of all, it's a real nigga podcast. We understand.
It's never white. This is an African-American podcast.
Did she leave a salute?
Yeah, she said...
No, this is the thing. This is the thinking.
Think about it.
This is A's and B's, no C's and D's. Africans and blacks, no Caucasians and devils. You know what? You know what he said. You know what Dr. Umar said.
Yeah, we going on break, yo.
A's and B's, no C's and D's. But I think that... Damn, I forgot what I was going to say.
So that bar just took me over.
But... Literally. I'm very black and white when I say. So, like, for me, it's kind of just like, are you doing it? Are you not? Like, are you being intentional? Or are you being not? So, that's why I'm like, it's very clear for me. So, I had to stop when I was starting therapy to be like, there could be a middle ground. Mm-hmm. Like, for me, I'm like, do I start therapy? And then what's the solution? Like, I wanted her to give me the answer. Like, so I could be fixed. Mm-mm. And there is no fixing it. Because I was like, yo, I need to fix my stress. I need to fix my anxiety. And she was like, you don't fix your anxiety, you manage it. And that's that's not what I signed up for.
That's not what I asked.
Well, I gotta find a new therapist. Because this is not what I'm paying. This is not what I'm paying you this good Cigna copay for.
Right. Like, come on, Cigna.
And shout out to Cigna.
Like, this
is not what I'm paying you for. I want you to tell me how to fix it. But once you realize you have to manage things, it's just like life, like things are managing, like there's a constant. So I think that's what it is also when it comes to like how we live. We're being intentional. We're always looking. When we were younger, we didn't even pay attention to that shit. We was like, oh, my friends is pulling up. There's no danger. But now that we're older and we have experience, we watch the news, we got Twitter and see what the fuck is going on Twitter every day.
That's why they say ignorance is bliss.
There's places I remember being at, but I don't remember how I got home. Bro. Like, there are places that I specifically remember. I remember fun. I remember my friends. I remember hanging out. And I'm like, how did we get there? How did I get home?
Your live show.
Uber wasn't even there.
That was
not the live show. That was 2 years ago.
Nobody's had the struggle like catching a yellow cab from Opal all the way to the top of the Bronx.
Oh, catching a yellow cab back to Brooklyn.
Be like, yo,
I'm not leaving.
Nah, I'm not going.
I'm not leaving now. I'm in the back of the car. I'm not leaving.
You gonna pick up new people, me sleeping in this.
We don't have to get law degrees to figure out that they couldn't deny our location.
We went. Once niggas said they couldn't deny us when we went inside. Niggas was putting their foot in while they was taking off. People was like, my foot's in. I'm in.
If the lights are if the numbers are not lit up, then that cab is either off duty or has a passenger. But if the numbers is lit and you get in that bitch, then you gotta take you anywhere.
That's fucking crazy. Like, I don't know. Growing up, I'm having growing pains. Growing up and reaching this level of my life, I am more secure than I've ever been in my life. I'm more grounded than I've ever been in my life. I'm making more money than I've ever made in my life. It's continuously going up year by year. And I'm just like kind of finding myself reminiscing a lot on the past and just trying to make sense of it, but never wanted to relive it. If that makes sense. Like, that's my biggest fear.
It's a nostalgia of we had responsibilities, but like we didn't have real responsibilities just yet. It's a nostalgia of saying I could have fun, wow the fuck out, whatever well the fuck out looks like, right? Not saying doing illegal shit, but like, yo, I just got fun, I drank a lot, I smoked a lot, blah, 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 and we wake up the next day like, yo, I blacked out. And niggas will send LOLs like, yeah, my nigga, we blacked out. Somehow we made it home. We was at the end of the world over here. We was in the wrong neighborhood. We shouldn't have been.
Meanwhile, now I'm like, guys, we gotta talk about this.
Son, we in the wrong neighborhood in the bar we're not supposed to be in, but somehow the fire DJ there, we all there now, not knowing you're putting your whole fucking self and all your friends at danger, but somehow we made it home. So like, it, as Will said, yo, the ignorance is bliss thing. We're always gonna reminisce about Opal all the time because it was a fire spot that catered to us. But
At the time,
yeah.
Yeah, now it
didn't cater to a lot of my friends. A lot of my friends got stuck outside that bitch.
$5 Patron and pineapple.
Wow.
I don't know how I broke $100 or $5, but I did it because I'm not a quitter. I
don't know how I kept a nigga while I was there. I used to curse my nigga out every time that Patron got in my system.
Yo, that's crazy. I don't even know why I was there.
Yeah,
I didn't even know y'all. What was I doing there?
I don't know.
It was there.
I think that's why I met Will.
It's day before.
Katra.
It's always day before.
It's day before.
Was it Katra? It was definitely Katra.
It was Katra because it was the pod. I will say though, as the old bitch in the room, because Tahoe's not here. Like,
wow. Wait, yo, listen, time out. I ain't say that shit. Keep it a buck. I ain't say that.
Not calling him a bitch, but calling him old.
There's a lot to dissect there. It was the alley-oop to herself to then dunk on somebody who wasn't here. It was off the backboard to self.
On this nigga
to
birthday.
dunk on someone who wasn't here.
Nobody playing defense.
Like, yo,
nigga went and grabbed Ty, put him under the rim, and dunked on him.
Because the oldest nigga is not here. So it's
bitch.
Like,
On some real shit,
bitch.
On some real shit, even though Tahoe's older than me, he still acts younger than me. Like,
yo,
not in a bad way.
The energy.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Not in a bad way. Like, I listen to y'all and he'll be talking about.
She wants to speak to a compliment. Yo, you are good. You are fucking. Joe Biden. Biden gotta talk to you.
I'm one of the best.
Bing bong.
Biden can't talk. He sit down with you.
I will to speak on that. It's been something I've been struggling with for a while. Cause my friends are younger than me. Like a lot of my Shadavia is my best friend. She's 5 years younger than me. And I be like, there is really a minute where you kind of like you feel like you're missing out on things. You feel like, yo, let me keep going. Let me go into these spots that I in my heart when you're sitting home thinking about going to be like, nah, but my friends are going. And then I've had to realize that there is a balance. Like we go back to black and white. We go like, oh, we're not going to Opal, so we got to stay home and watch Vince and Anna in all of one city. I'm not discouraging that because that shit is fire.
We was watching that when we was waiting for y'all.
That shit was fire. It was so good. Vince and Anna.
So on Netflix.
But I think that there is a balance because, like, you know, there's something to a lot. All the cliches have meaning behind it. I would say a lot of that because it's like, you're young as you feel. So, like, if you're staying, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this candy.
What are y'all doing with the candy?
She was trying to be mad corny.
She was
on her roof shit with the fucking Jolly Rancher.
Please don't
other room to open.
Yo, Will tried to open this shit, and she looked at Will like, "Yo, give me this shit like somebody's mother." But she jammed up. You see her get up and go to the room.
I'm not gonna hold you since we talking about her. When she be crawling over to the little sound check, that shit be fucking me up. Bro, she be like,
I didn't want to make.
I'm like, can she give us a warning? Like, give me a warning, sis.
She looked at me like she had a plan for her to open it already. So I was like, yeah, right here.
Nigga walk into the soundboard like Vietnam. The fuck?
Guys, open it in the candy like they remember the shit.
I fucking hate that. Alright, sorry. Circling back.
That was the ADHD.
So what I'm saying is, we are as young as we feel, or do. Because, like, I realize, like, if I stay in the house all the time, that's where I'm going to stay. Like, I have to find a balance and, like, not force myself to go out, but, like, find enjoyable things that also make me feel like my old self. Like, I'm not going to hold you. I would still go to Opal. I'm not even going to be fake about that.
That's a fact. I'm in there.
Pull up to Opal.
Somehow I'll get there.
Like,
Blockhead is
the
up.
only reason I'm not going to Blockhead tomorrow, may it rest in peace, is because I'm leaving to go somewhere tomorrow. But I'm going to a girls trip up the Hudson. We're literally driving.
Sis always out of town at this time.
We're going to Catskills.
She get a little cabin.
She even said it wealthy.
Yeah.
Le Catskill.
Urban dude.
Are you going in your mink?
I don't have a mink.
Are you going?
I have a full fur from Pretty Little Things. And I will be wearing it and recreating the No Better Love video in the snow.
Yes, please. I can't wait for those.
Believe that. But anyway,
I realized that I feel the same way. There's like a part of me that still kind of wants to like relive the older days. Maybe once a quarter.
But you can. You just
to see
just
that
gotta
you still
amend
got
it.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not even to see if I still got it. It's just like I used to be. Daj is everywhere. Like, oh, Daj, I know Daj. Yeah, Daj, everybody knows. Like, I'm in every spot. I'm in every mix. I'm in every little. Like, I was everywhere, and then I went from everywhere to being nowhere. But then I realized the one thing I realized when we went to Pastor Oaks, and I said it to my boyfriend on the drive home. I was just like, yo, I remember leaving these spots and going home and being by myself.
I was just about to ask
It makes me feel so much better to leave this spot and go home and know I have somebody to go home to. Wow. That's the difference.
Say that in front of
Let's go, Sister Soldier. Get that sister. Let them know.
First of all, I'm single, so I don't know that feeling. I go home with Ginger. Shout out to Ginger.
Shout out to Ginger, yo. Bring her over.
I was gonna bring her, but I didn't know if Tyler wanted dogs.
No, he allergic to them.
No, she's hypoallergenic.
But it's sponsored by
Ginger's game. But I will say what I also realized.
First of all, fuck y'all. This not sponsored by no fucking Sleepies, you two son of a bitches. Ooh. What is wrong with y'all? We having a real moment.
This section of this podcast is sponsored to you by...
Shut the fuck up. I will say though, think about the best parts of going out. For me, the best parts of going out were the fact that I got to link with my friends.
Yeah.
So I have tried to be more intentional now that I'm older about linking with my friends. Like, even if it's y'all coming to the house for a game night, we be in the house drunk.
I haven't been invited to any of those yet.
I haven't had one, but you're not coming to Yonkers.
How you know?
You told me you're not coming to Yonkers.
Oh.
No, you don't.
You literally said to me, I'm not coming to Yonkers, bitch.
You don't want to go there with
I don't even know
Seth.
nobody in Yonkers.
I ain't even fucking with nobody in Yonkers.
Last time we was there with Seth, we was
out
into a Young and May
Fuck you
freestyle.
talking about?
That shit back.
You always welcome in my house. My house is
Nigga
good.
said, nah, she went off.
Nigga
said,
said,
Parker coming.
Whoever on Facebook
We're coming as a
watching,
family.
whoever on Facebook
my house
watching
is the
this
daddy daycare. Like, you know, big niggas.
Yeah, I know.
I put them in the extra room. I put on.
Oh, come on, extra room. How many rooms you got?
I have a 1 bedroom with the dad. But
with
the dad.
I put the baby gate up. I put the baby gate up. Put on Coco Melon and throw gingers in there with the babies. They be having the time of their life.
Wow. You got the recipe.
Yeah, that's why everybody drop their kids off to my house.
So next weekend, we're gonna drop Parker off to Yonkers.
No, but they come with the child. They don't just drop. Well, my aunt. Well, no, some.
Nah, it's giving drop and go.
I'm about to say, I'm lying. Some people really be dropping the babies.
It's giving drop and go.
That's why there's a futon in the office / den, so the babies can
see.
Okay, so office.
It's an office den.
Office den, Catskills. What else?
What are you talking? Get the fuck
Big
out
money.
It was an office. Then
The
became
point
a den.
is-
Nigga said, let's play
The point
big
is,
bang,
the
take
best
little
part of
bang.
going outside was linking with your friends. And now that we're older and more intentional about our friendships and who we hang out with, because not everybody is our friend.
Facts.
Like creating those spaces so we can go out, whether it's us going bowling or it's getting drunk in the house playing fucking Monopoly Deal, Uno, or WoW. Like, you have to be more intentional, and I think that's what gives people the energy about going back outside. So I just feel like getting older is about being more intentional. You don't have to, even though I say I'm washed on a regular basis, I don't think that if we wanted to be, we wash. You just gotta be more intentional about what
I ain't gonna lie, the panorama boosted that shit up.
Oops.
Because you couldn't really go anywhere.
You could not.
Like, the thing is, we, as a group, we all calmed down after a while, but we were still in our group chats, joking around, chatting. If we want to see Davey, everybody get up and go to Atlanta to see Davey. Just
Literally,
back and forth.
Easy.
But when we reach a position in our life where it's like, you literally can't do shit because nobody knows what the fuck was going on. Yo, after 2 years later, you're like, do I really
You wanna go back?
Yeah. Do I really, like, yo, if you got anxiety, walking in a spot with 100 or 200 people jumping up and down,
yo.
will fuck your shit up.
Yo.
Yeah, nah, I don't.
That shit is gonna
kill me.
literally, like, yo, I talked this up, yo, we about to go outside, and niggas just look at this shit like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit over here, we just gonna keep cutting ass back and forth. I'm gonna come to your crib, and we just gonna vibe out and drink or whatever.
Listen.
Like, yo, we were calming down gradually as everybody does when your life is changing and you move and this, that, and the third.
Intentionality.
And we was actually outside wilding. I'm like, now my job can't see none of that shit. You feel me?
Yo.
You
Yo,
feel
you
me?
get to that point.
The
with
money
your
good.
job,
I can't
like,
get
Yo,
jammed up with
crop
money.
me out, crop me out.
Crop me. You feel me?
Don't tag me in shit.
My paycheck ain't just my paycheck.
I can't
My
even
paycheck.
like certain shit. Orlando be over there putting shit up, and I can't even like certain shit.
You can't like nothing Orlando put up.
Listen, because you know they got that new feature that be like, oh, you like this post,
So
and then
you
they
might-
put the post on.
Right.
Now my poor manager looking at Orlando and ass.
This nigga posted his whole dick
That's what
today,
you want
and I
to
was
like?
just like, I can't
Bro.
do.
The other day, Shanae was like, "Good morning, how are you feeling?" I said, "I was good until I see somebody rubbing Orlando dick in the story." Literally, that's the text message up to Shanae. I can't like nothing on his timeline.
I can't even like it.
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, so she would like it. If she have a job, she like it.
I definitely would like ass. I love ass, women's ass, but I'm not gay. I wish I was. The men are trash, but that's another story.
Yo, like, son, nobody expected this.
This candy is elite though. Thank
Son,
you.
you eating all the candy in the back.
That-
I love that for you.
That nigga,
Yo, this is where I'm
No, because the thing
He's
is,
gonna
all
put
these
on the
niggas are gonna
colors.
try to pile up to my car to get back uptown, and this nigga will be bouncing on the wall to the back of my car,
Oh,
and I'm gonna kick him out
You guys stop doing that.
on 278.
that noise.
No, the raffle next to the mic. The ruffling next to the mic.
But he's still
No, you
putting
still put the
Yo, he's really a
move it away
bad.
from the mic.
Put the whole candy in your mouth.
Yo, just pour the candy in your hand.
Nah, I don't know no more. I'm here.
That's a terrible producer, bro. Terrible.
All right, you.
I've been over at Adam.
That's
How much
fine.
time we at? What's the next topic?
It don't even matter. We here. We here. This is what happens when niggas put me in this position. I'm like, I'm just gonna have my friends come and y'all just gonna cut up in this episode.
I feel like I want to ask a question. But
Ooh,
I'm kinda
ask
nervous.
it.
Say
No,
that
it's
shit.
not. It's not like
Answer
a
question.
Why do we sing?
Why do we sing?
Come on.
Now Tyler's
When
never
we
invited me back. I'm
lift
sorry,
our
Tyler.
hands to Jesus.
You know I'm a Capricorn. I usually stick to the script, but there was none. I asked for bullet points earlier.
Pick it up,
Do
Seth.
we know, y'all?
Pick it up.
Someone may be wondering.
Oh my God. Save us.
When we sing our song.
When we
Uh-huh.
sing
So I'm gonna tell you something. At times we may be crying.
Right?
You cry now.
Ah, sugar.
And
One tip.
Things even wrong.
come on, everybody.
What? I sing because I'm happy.
Thank you, Jesus.
I sing because
So I couldn't even fight it. Just say, I see you. Just say, don't fight it. Don't fight it.
His eye is on the
Sparrow.
Come on. That's the reason why I sing.
Here's a
I
prime
know the
example of
sparrows
ADHD
actually.
Let me
people.
say it one more time. Glory.
Hallelujah.
This is a prime example of ADHD people. This had nothing to do with the conversation.
This is the ADHD.
I'm not
And
even
went
gonna
up.
lie to you. The only reason I started singing is because Eyes on Sparrow is one of my favorite songs.
You can't ignore that. You can't ignore
You
it.
can't.
Yo.
First of all, you can't ignore Jesus. Somebody starts singing gospel, you gotta come in.
That's a fact.
Especially when it's Kirk Franklin,
These
too.
French fry lights is fucking me up. With this jungle too.
The jungle too.
Nigga.
No, I hate when we say
Son. Nigga.
You should be used to this shit. This is your climate.
First off,
that was
Toots.
racist.
Well, first off,
100% was
It's a
racist.
motherfucking breeze in my country.
Oh, come on.
Respect this shit.
Come on, talk about it.
My back hurt.
That's why I didn't want to sit there because ain't no back support.
Ain't shit.
It's just a bird of paradise. Just a bird of paradise and vibes.
I'm gonna put a heating pack on my back when I go home. Son.
Old son
I
of
know.
bitches.
This is y'all sign to go to the chiropractor because I went to the chiropractor yesterday. She can change my life.
Son, that's how I know you like the rich auntie. Because where you get a chiropractor from?
I went on ZocDoc and about a 25 copay nigga. Shout out to the doctor in Yonkers on Yonkers Ave.
Nigga said, can I get a little dab?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, 'cause I'm hot.
He gave me an adjustment and I slept like I was drunk.
Niggas didn't understand why I came in here like this. Seth was like, yo, that's how you came to work. I already knew it was how
I
this
saw her. I was
bitch.
like, oh, you wildin', my
I know
nigga.
she went to work like
I
that.
should've
Like,
came-
that's why the sister.
She off.
Mama
That's
on
why the system
vacation.
fucked up.
Yo, I heard her say, we called her on Sunday for Parker. Nigga said, oh, Parker's gone. Nigga said,
You ain't gotta call.
I
You ain't
said,
gotta call.
wow.
You ain't gotta call, girl. She about to.
You did that with such grace.
Thank you. I appreciate that shit.
Yo, nigga said, yo, where's Parker? Nigga said, gone. I
Gone.
said, all right, so
Happy birthday. It was her birthday.
I know, on her birthday.
Yeah, Shadavia called because that's her godmother. She was like, I want to say happy birthday to
I
my
want to
baby.
say happy birthday to
Yo,
her.
side
Better off
Bush.
calling her iPad.
Shout out to you for making Davy the godmother. She rich as fuck, so you already know. That was hard. You always pick. Funny thing,
Check
the
is not
godparents.
chest. Check is not chest.
I've never seen a broke godparent ever in my life. Niggas always pick the godparent have to be there forever. Just show
I ain't gonna hold you.
one
Some of our
time.
earlier god kids, they fucked up because I ain't had no money back then.
So
But now
the funny part
son.
is, yo, you gotta be real strategic picking a godparent side. Like, I'm like, if I die, knock on iron. That's
Knock
what
on
I'm
iron.
Knock on iron.
Put your gun on.
If I die, who has the ability to really take care of my
Sustain a
kids the
child.
way that I want them to? And then on the flip side of that, because Davy as the godmother is perfect, and then I picked Mouse as her godfather.
That's what you.
And I said, who would be able to make sure that my baby have fun and still have keys to different areas and different sectors of life? We're talking about somebody that I truly believe is going to be like a multimedia mogul one day. That shit is easy.
Mouse
It's Parker's- Parker's godfather.
Yo,
That shit's so
Nigga
fire.
said mouse. The map.
whooping your ass. No, I'm trying to make sure I put.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. He sounded like Zeke from Power.
Nigga said mouse. The map.
The nigga he sounded like Zeke from Power just now.
I'm like, I don't know.
No, you didn't say mouse. He said mouse.
Nigga said
You almost said mouse was the father. We all heard it.
Godfather, that's correct.
Yes.
No, you said mouse is the father.
Nigga said
mouse the pappy.
Nigga said eyes the baby's happy.
That's a very.
You know when you gotta blink to get your shit together? That's what the nigga.
Sound it out.
Sound it out. But I knew that it was that Shadavia being Parker's godmother was a great choice because me and Shadavia share. Now I'm talking like Seth. Share.
Unnecessarily shot.
Kick y'all ass.
Shadavia and I share an Amazon account, and every time, at least once a week, there's some random toy going to Jersey. It's like, hey, did you want this book? This book should be delivered by today. And I'm like, this is not my book.
That's
Yo,
fire. It's for the baby.
Yo, Davey, if you watching this shit, I need a feather bed. Yo, link me.
No. Her new bed is fire.
She told me, I'm like, this bitch fake.
Nah, I slept on her new bed when I was there this weekend. And I asked her, I just bought a mattress and I asked her for the link.
Yeah, I might need that link too.
I need a
mattress.
feather bed like she.
That-
You was in DC. You was in DC.
Yeah.
You just take another trip. I'm getting your trips confused.
That's so.
That's the petty side where, like, yo, when you say some smart shit about Seth,
It was giving Capricorn right now. Y'all are doing a lot.
niggas are battling this shit out.
I gotta keep track.
Yo, listen, my boy ain't got nothing.
Why
ain't
do
got
you have to
nothing
keep
do
track
with
if it's not your money?
I'm not worried about the money. I'm just saying you in a lot of places, so I gotta keep track. I didn't know you was the first and last week.
That was the question. The real question is why you gotta keep track.
No,
I'm about to army coach you like, bro, just sit over there.
Yo, this side of the camera is so liberating,
I'm so
bro.
hot,
Not
bro.
liberating, show.
This shit is crazy.
I know my back's sweaty right now. I know that. Oh, it's fucking.
Only thing that sees is the bird of paradise and this brick purple rose lady.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I was about to start rapping the song from 8 Mile, but I thought that was too much.
Oh, I'm sweaty.
yo.
Nah, I'm not.
Nothing.
I'm like, no, this is not. Because I wanted her to know that I knew what she was talking about.
You smoking with that joke. You up one.
I wanted you to know that I was alive.
I'm just here.
Snap back to reality.
I'm just.
Now, niggas, yo, you can't not sing that song.
I
Yo,
swear.
just see what I'm talking.
I'm thinking about
I'm gonna wait for like 6 months and text her a joke like, you remember that day?
No, I don't.
Oh no, you gonna remember that day.
Mama don't remember. All right, so here's another.
More topics?
No, it's topics for dating.
Nigga, how long have we been on?
Not long enough.
What?
What?
It feels like Friday.
What is our timestamp? Look at that.
Please don't do this Vietnam crawl, bro.
Nigga sent everybody home.
Niggas know you here. They in the Zoom chat talking about Melly, so you might as well just get on camera and say,
why you charging so long?
Jane? And she looked exasperated when she had to crawl. She slammed her hand down. She said,
Come on, son.
Not the charger connected to the.
Nah,
she just unplugged the lawnmower and charged it.
I must say that's the barbecue speaker.
Come on, son.
That's what West Indians have, or what you call it.
Nigga put on it.
Barbecue. I'm sorry, sis.
Nigga said, welcome to So Shameless. Y'all know these episodes be 3 hours. Where we at, Melly?
The fuck? No, we don't.
Oh, it's time
Yeah,
for
3
a
hours.
break.
You slipped up.
What time is it? Like,
That nigga said that's
he tired.
He's
like, stop,
he
son.
didn't even miss a beat. Nigga said it was her fault.
No, we didn't even do the break. Hold on. We had a break.
The enthusiasm ain't even did.
A real break or a break?
We back now.
Oh, okay.
None of
You
these
gotta
breaks.
take a second.
None of these breaks are real. What's a real break? Cause I gotta pee.
Me too.
That's a fact, nigga. Everybody gotta pee.
Am I the only professional here?
Yes, you are.
William.
Nigga,
You know what? We're not doing this outside, William.
please. We just got you back.
All right, so this is how it normally happens.
Probationary.
When you have to pee, you get up and you go to the bathroom. Everybody else stays. So we still gotta.
Not being out of here, not the walk off.
I gotta pee.
We need a clip of the walk off to put it on.
My uncle
Rick Ross. Yo,
Hi, Orlando.
Rick Ross.
Hi, Orlando. Oh, he has earpods. I couldn't see it through.
You probably watching porn.
I was about to actually like spaz on him, but then I realized I had to look. It was blocking by the tripod. It was about to get crazy.
All right, so here's another situation. You guys are ready for this?
Situation
will arise in a life, but
You gotta be smart about it.
niggas is on So Karaoke podcast. Welcome.
That's so karaoke.
with the
Yo, that's a nice flower
guys.
pot though. I ain't gonna
It's very nice.
Yeah, Gucci.
Wait, there's no plant in it. Is there a plant? Yo, wait, hold on. I wasn't even.
Tahoe, I'm so sorry, Tahoe. It wasn't me, Tahoe. Get your hand
It
off.
wasn't being.
Tahoe.
I just realized that
Hi,
it's
Tahoe.
separate. I thought it was two
We're not gonna bring
Happy
it back.
birthday, Tahoe. I'm not talking about your plans because I know that you're sensitive about your plans.
We're not gonna bring him back, I promise.
No.
Yo, I don't even know this man.
I just realized that it was two separate. things.
I know how sensitive you are about your plants, how much you love these plants. So I didn't talk about these plants. It was just sad. Don't invite me back.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I just realized it were two separate joints.
So listen to this headline.
The base was fine though. The next plant inside is not. That's what the nigga said.
That's what I noticed to begin with. So that's what my statement was about. I just noticed that it was two plants after the fact.
Teacher at an all-boys school suspended after her sex tape is airdropped to 200 students. Students stole the teacher's phone.
And airdrop it to themselves?
And the students stole the teacher's phone and airdropped the sex tape to 200 students in the school. But the teacher is the one suspended.
What happened to the students?
Let's read on.
Nothing.
Probably nothing. According to a police report, officers received a complaint from the principal at Jen Academy concerning a sexually explicit video of a female teacher and her boyfriend that had been disseminated to the students earlier this month. The teacher, who has not been named, told investigators she had heard rumors that her personal video, which was stored on her cell phone, had been leaked and shared with students, but the educator denied sending the video out herself. Police believes that the student accessed the teacher's unlocked phone and the sex tape was airdropped to students along with 4 or 5 other videos. However, only one of the recordings contained X-rated material. The Cleveland Teachers Union released a statement regarding the investigation. Our collective bargaining agreement with the district provides for a process that protects our members, the district, and students when accusations are made involving members. We will work with our members and the district through this process. The teacher has been removed from the school pending the outcome of the investigation and is currently on paid leave. It says nothing of what happened to the student.
Oh, paid leave is lit. Shout out, sis.
Oh, paid leave
Paid leave is
No, it's not
paid
lit.
leave is not lit. Paid leave is not lit in this context because at the end of this leave, she might have to leave. Like,
No, she's going to leave that school.
That's that.
100%.
Beyond that, there might be a criminal investigation that happens with
Also,
this.
because technically that's.
And-
I mean, no, that's not child porn.
No, it would be. It is.
But it's like
She could get
sexual assault of a minor.
Yes,
like,
that's what I'm saying. It's not child porn because she's not a child, but it is some type of assault.
She would still have
like,
to register.
Yeah. She was a sex offender, yeah.
So-
that's what I was trying to say.
And those, when you put it to the light, paid leave is not that lit.
First of all, as an educator, like I'm so happy, like I'm not with older kids anymore because I have had to literally like lock my pictures. And like I had to get a certain app to like lock
I
all
was
my
just
pictures
about to say,
because when I worked in junior high school, kids will take your fucking you leave your phone, they'll take that
Start
shit,
taking pictures
they'll start
of
taking
your shit.
pictures of your shit.
Y'all better
They'll
get that
go
free
through your
calculator
shit.
app.
One
If
time I had bought my iPad to school because I was using it for like something. I think I was like writing essays in between classes. My iPad doesn't have a lock on it because it's iPad and I don't use it. I don't have it out normally. It's normally with me. And I had thought that I deleted all of my crazy pictures out of that iPad. I had a student take my iPad literally off my desk and scroll up to the top and there was a picture of me and my bra and I was pissed and I'm just like, why are you in, like I can't curse you out because you 13, but like these kids are so like entitled and they do shit like this and I always feel for the educator because there's no way that somebody wants their livelihood fucked up because a kid wants to be a dickhead and don't understand boundaries. So you take your teacher's phone, you see something that you're not supposed to see and then you airdrop it to your fellow classmates and I'm on paid leave? What the fuck?
So, this is a couple of things. I think there's a lot more to this story, just in general, like how schools and institutions typically respond to these things. I think there's a bit more to this story. And it's not like a secondary device like some iPad that she uses. This is her cell phone with explicit material unlocked.
Somebody said something to somebody.
Right. So this, just the like, oh, the phone was on my desk, the students happened to get into it. It might be a student she really trusts, but she might have gave that student her password. And that if a kid finds a gun and shoots the gun, are we mad at the kid or the parent?
The parent goes down for that shit.
The parent goes down for it? I'm mad at everybody.
That's fair.
I'm mad at everybody because like boom, case in point. I went to Miami a couple years ago. I want to say it's like 2018. Still working at the same school. Went to Miami. I took a picture in my bathing suit on the side of like a pool. Like it wasn't like crazy, explicit, anything like that. These kids, they literally like, they search you. They look for you, like on their free time, like they look up their teacher, they look up their names, they look for you. So a kid found that picture of me in a bathing suit and sent it around to other kids in the school. And my principal called me, was like, yo, so this is what happened. It was like damn, now Andre fucking me up. It was like
Andre baby ass.
It is. What is the word?
Undercover.
No, not undercover. For up and coming rappers from the neighborhood.
Underground.
And underground. And they had a song about fucking teachers. Like literally, that's what the song was about. Like, yo, like this teacher's hot. I wanna fuck her. Like that was the premise of the song.
Was it drill?
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
It sounded like a drill song.
So, but this was before drill was like a thing. This was a couple years ago. So it was like the preliminary to drill music in New York.
Pre-drill.
They found me.
It made a song.
And they also they found me. They found 3 of my other coworkers who were also young teachers. Looked on all of our pages, pulled pictures off of all of our pages, mine being that picture and me in a bathing suit, and put it in a video compilation. It wasn't a TikTok because TikTok wasn't out yet. Okay. They put it in like a Snapchat-y video compilation, like where the music was playing in the background, and they're like, yeah, I would love to fuck my teachers because my teachers look like this, and put up a picture. Then my teachers look like that, and it was like a whole video of me and my friends, and I'm just like, what are y'all gonna do to these little niggas? Because we didn't do nothing, we just living our natural black ass lives. And they did nothing to those children. Because like, oh, they're kids. Oh, they just admire you. Oh, they look up to you. That's why they're searching you on the internet. Like, yo, bro, I have a life outside of this building. And if I'm on vacation, my life should not be subjected to the whim of a 12, 13-year-old just because they felt like it, and they have no consequences, no repercussions for their actions. Literally putting up the pictures of me and my colleagues in a song about teachers fucking students. But are y'all fucking crazy?
But the fact that they had to like go out their way and search you and make they had to put themselves.
I remember when that happened. Private.
Yes, I had to make my page private. I have a podcast. I have other things going on in my life. Like I cannot have a private page right now because of some dickhead kids. Like do something to them. I didn't do anything. I'm very intentional about what I post on my page now because of stuff like that. Fun fact. Recently, I bartended Orlando and Tahoe's latest sex party for Hard to Solve. And I posted a picture on Instagram. I didn't look crazy. I just had like shorts and like a little like leather number or whatever. And I was like, your bartender's favorite bartender. I got a phone call from one of my old colleagues that one of my old students from this school that I haven't worked at in 4 years had that picture and posted it on Snapchat. And I'm like, why am I still going through this? I don't even work at that school anymore, bro. And there's no consequences and no repercussions to these children that literally like invade the privacy of grown people. Like just because I'm an educator from 7:30 to a calm 4:30. After that, I'm a grown ass woman that is living her own life. I cannot censor my entire life because kids don't know boundaries and there are no consequences to the fact that they don't know boundaries.
See, and that's for sure true. I don't know that. Again, I think it's more information to that woman's case. Mm-hmm. But even for that, I wouldn't like compare what you went through to what she's going through in that. Like they had to go out their way to find that stuff. Like you separated yourself enough when it wasn't just in their face. Versus, here's my phone, my personal phone, with all of my personal videos just here unlocked. So not only do these kids have access to it for long enough to find these videos, they have access to it for long enough to airdrop it to 200 something people.
That's not true because it takes a second. All you gotta do is send it to your phone, and then you have all of this ample time and opportunity to airdrop it to other people. It takes a second.
That would be it spreading, but they didn't say that they spread it. They said they airdropped it to 200 something people.
I think that's just a headline.
These things matter.
Yeah. Because that means you have time to airdrop 200 people as opposed to
right. Because you can only
that's not hard.
For that, you can only airdrop the people near you.
Yeah,
So
if you
how
got
near
a class,
were 200 people?
No. But
How
I think
near were
that's what
200
I'm
people
thinking.
in the class that in COVID?
No, are you crazy? I have
There's
30
200
kids in
people
each of my class.
And
That shit
but,
is easy.
But even for that, that's 7 classrooms. How close are these 7 classrooms?
Close. When the last time you been in your mama's school?
200.
Them shits is, all you gotta do is stand in the middle of the hallway.
But how in?
I don't think you understand
Listen,
how far an airdrop goes.
It's the best.
That shit
I
goes.
do understand. I don't think you guys understand how much 200 people
No, I
is.
do.
It's not
Well,
200 people.
literally, if a bell, if a bell,
And that's why I said these things matter. For it's one thing for it to, he dropped it to somebody else and then they passed it to somebody else.
Yeah.
But to do it all at once,
But here's the, all right.
and these things matter
You
because
want-
in court, those are different charges.
But here's the thing, right? If I'm in a classroom, like where my classroom is in my building in proximity to the bathroom, let's say. If I leave my classroom and I go walk to the bathroom and use the bathroom and come back, that's ample time to airdrop something
if a
to several
bell,
people.
if a bell rings, that many kids walk past each other ASAP.
ASAP. All them niggas is in a hallway at the same time.
No matter if you divide your classroom to like every senior is on the top floor, every junior is on the top. These kids walk around each other so fast, and like
I'm not saying it's impossible. It just sounds like the perfect
It's definitely
storm.
more shit.
The perfect storm has to happen for this particular teacher to find herself in this situation.
It's definitely more
like
shit.
the student had to know where the videos were. There had to be no password. Not where the videos were, but like you said, there are several different apps to hide videos. They had to either know to just go in the photos, so they had to have time to go through the photos. To unlock the phone, go through the photos, and send it out all before you realize that your phone is gone.
Child, I don't know.
Whoever she did with said something, and somebody came and found the shit. We've all been around kids enough. Even if they're gonna grab through your stuff, unless she's the dumbest human being in the world,
there's a lot of dumb.
And not for nothing, there's a lot of such teachers out there that's just exploring these chances with
It's
these
a whole
kids.
lot of such teachers out there. But somebody said something to somebody, and that person grabbed that phone. Oh, this shit is right here. And I don't care who you are. If a student looks up to you or doesn't look up to you, if they see something they think is cool or damaging, they're gonna spread that shit. So if you're cool and you have a fire dress on, I saw Miss Daj in the fire dress. And I'm gonna send this shit. If I don't like you, I can slander with this. And it could be the same exact picture. It's just different message I sent out. So somebody said something. Whatever the fuck she did to whoever or with whoever, they said something, and a nigga came through right there like, oh, let me see if this shit is true, or you lying. Oh, and now niggas jammed up.
I'm just I'm always so curious as to, I don't really know, because I don't really believe in corporal punishment, and I don't believe in mass incarceration, but I do also believe that kids are some of the most fucked up people
kids are assholes
in the world.
Bro.
You spend your whole life establishing your respect, establishing who you are, walking around with your head held high, and all it takes is an 8-year-old to be like, bitch, fuck you. And you what? You know who the fuck I am?
You gotta hear both sides. I don't see the problem with that, because for that, we in our big 30s be walking around other big 30s like, yo, fuck you. So their feelings are less valid because they've been on Earth a little less?
No, but I'm just saying, what are the consequences and repercussions for some of these fucking kids that are just horrific?
I don't think that their feelings are less valid. I think that there's less intentionality to their actions. So when I say fuck you to a 30-year-old, I mean because you're old enough to know better.
Yeah.
An 8-year-old is not, but it's also, it sucks because you don't know better, but now you out here just using that fact to ruin someone's life. Yeah. We shouldn't be putting so much stake on an 8-year-old. Not because their feelings are not valid, because they didn't think through the consequences.
No, I mean, if an 8-year-old says, fuck you, if somebody does something and an 8-year-old responds,
oh, I thought you said to fuck you to the 8-year-old.
I feel like you gotta hear both sides.
All right. Add extra information.
Extra.
The student had reportedly just finished playing basketball and was walking out of the gym when the teacher grabbed his ball. The teen reportedly asked for the ball back repeatedly as he walked towards the dean's office. It was then at that the assault took place. The teacher was arrested and been charged with second-degree Wait, hold on. I think this is a different story.
Yeah, it is.
Yo, I'm like, wait.
What? I was like, what happened when I went to the bathroom?
All right, I'm sorry. This is a high school teacher slams a student into a wall. Sometimes. Sorry, that's a different story. Sometimes.
I'm like, did we share stories when I went to the bathroom?
No. I still think that there should be. So I feel like these kids nowadays, they don't have consequences like how we used to have back in the days. And that gives them a false sense of entitlement and a false sense of feeling like they can do whatever the fuck that they want to do. And there are no consequences to their actions. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen?
Who's laughing? Who likes it? Now it's so funny.
I don't think that... I think you're right in that, like, they don't have to face the same consequences and things that we had to. I also think that was the point of us facing them and a lot of the shit that we went through, to go through it and be like, yo, that wasn't corrective action. Y'all fucked us up. Don't do that to these kids. So for that, it's like without this progress, for lack of a better word that you're referring to, like, we still have juveniles locked up with adults. We still have like these intense juvenile camps or just intense punishment programs.
So what's the answer?
The consequences. The real answer is the consequences. It's backwards and shit, but the consequences have to happen before the action. It's like, don't wait for your kid to do some fucked up shit to tell them it's fucked up. Just teach them how to be a good person. Like, so it doesn't have to be reactionary. It's like certain shit your kid should know not to do. Your kid is, if your kid took somebody's phone, if your kid took somebody's phone and spread some sexual shit around, that's intent. Your kid is a dickhead. That's a dickhead child.
But you, all right.
And that dickhead child deserves consequences.
Understanding who we were and how we were.
That their kid is going to do
that. Yes, this is what I'm saying.
You can't teach your kid not to do that because you don't assume that your child is capable or saying, your child is going to go into a phone and spread some porn.
Yeah, and obviously, I'm not sitting here saying that every like person is going to be that way, because for that, like, you have serial killers who their parents are always like, oh, I never would have thought. But everybody around them is like, well, we knew. How the fuck you ain't see it? The rest of us knew.
Because the fact of the matter is, what we don't understand, and I think a lot of people don't understand, and I have a manifesto that I'm going to write.
Okay, I'm here for it.
As soon as I leave the education field, and it's called The Dickheads Your Children Really Are. I swear to God.
That's perfect.
No, really are. Because the fact of the matter is,
the dogs is dickheads.
Yo, what we don't understand is, you can raise your child to be however you want to raise your child to be. But once your child gets to a certain age, they're in school more than they are at home. And they are influenced by the people around them. You don't know all of your kids' friends that they chill with in the building because you're not there. As a parent, you're at work. You're doing things. You understand? Like, it's so easy for these kids to fall into like these situations, and the parents are looking like, my kid could never. I will never fucking forget in 9th grade. One of my best friends, we had a Spanish teacher, couldn't fucking stand her. Her name was Miss Scott. Hopefully she's still alive. Shout out to Miss Scott.
You just said you couldn't stand her. What is her name?
Listen, it's a generic name. It's Mad Miss Scott.
Okay.
But her name was Miss Scott. And Miss Scott decided to yell at us for some shit that we deadass didn't even do that day. But we were dickhead kids. That day we really didn't do nothing. And I would never forget my friend, when she walked out the classroom, she spit in this lady's shoes because she had like an extra pair of like flats on the side. She spit in her shoes.
Disgusting.
Same question. She spit in her shoes. We walked out. She told me, she was like, "Yo, son, I just no, this is like work shoes." She was like, "Oh, I just spit in Miss Scott's shoes." I'm like, "Yo, that's fucking nasty," but
like
whatever.
Like non-West shoes, or like
I don't know West because. But I remember being pulled into the dean's office and was like, "Yeah, so you spit in the Spanish." I was like, "I didn't spit. That's fucking nasty. I didn't spit in nobody's shoe." But I was still an accomplice in that situation. And when they called my mom, she was like, "My kid would never." I knew. I didn't snitch. But I fucking knew. So I'm just as bad as the person that did it. I am. Because I knew. I didn't say nothing. I didn't know. I knew. I didn't say nothing about it. And I feel like hella disrespectful.
I feel like you would be just as bad as if you saw her in the act of
You
spitting. And you'd be like, and you laugh. But you can't do nothing at that point except for snitch. And then you know this ain't no snitching. If you saw her spitting and you was like, go ahead and do that shit,
the way that my mother advocated for me, I felt bad because I'm just as bad because this is the company that I'm keeping. It's birds of a feather at this point.
That circles back to my point because you didn't even do this. We're sitting here telling you didn't do this. You had no wrongdoing in this, and you still carry a guilt just because of what you was taught. And that's what I'm saying. If we teach these kids the right way, the consequences of doing something in their mind will be so dire that they won't. It might not be like, oh, the punishment is going to be this, or some niggas will be like, yo, I'll do 40, 50 years flat. But you tell them, yo, you're going to piss your moms off. And that's something completely different.
Yeah.
And I think it all goes back to, like, instilling it before something happens. Before we need to correct their action, let's teach them. And if that's the case, like, for that, I was a dickhead in school, too.
You was.
And me being a dickhead in school, I fully understood the consequences of everything I did.
Did you?
I did. I just knew I wasn't going to get caught. And when I did get caught, it was like, all right, I got to wear that. Like, everything I did, I was with whatever it came with. Like, just like, I bet. I would hope it didn't, but
I feel so bad for certain teachers that find themselves in certain predicaments because these kids, it's like they don't, like, there are no boundaries. It's no bounds. Like, just to preface this, like, me and Will, we've been in the same class since 2nd grade. We did 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade together. Went to different junior high schools. We was in the same high school building in 9th grade. Like, we grew up together. Like, our educate, like, we did this together, and we knew that there were boundaries that we would not fucking cross. And these kids, they don't have it.
But for that, I would challenge the question to that is, like, for those kids that don't have it, what does the parent involvement look like? Because for all of that,
it doesn't matter when my career is on the line because of your child.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that it's any teacher's responsibility to teach your child how to be respectful, or to teach your child common courtesy, or to just be a decent person. That is, behavior in school shouldn't be a thing, and this comes from a misbehaved child. Mm-hmm. Like, that's some shit shit that's completely. It has everything to do with everything other than the teacher. Granted, sometimes you get a dickhead teacher, but for the most part, like, that's not the case.
She's always leaning.
Right,
but be like this.
We know that. For the most part, that's not the case. It was like we were taught better. We know better. Like, and it becomes as simple as you know better. And for that, our parents were very involved in our education.
Yeah. Like, but these parents nowadays are not.
But I don't think that, and this is me personally, and maybe I feel different once I'm a father, but I don't think you could complain about any type of prison pipeline, any type of consequence to children, any type of anything happening if you aren't an active voice. So for that, you can't speak on shit going on in that school if you're not in the PTA. I don't want to hear you talk about nothing that
I agree.
That anybody at that school did not do if you wasn't at those meetings. If you don't get in on those Zooms and voice what you need done, then you have to wear that. And I feel like all of this begins with showing up. And I feel like our generation, like, largely changed a lot of those things.
Yeah, but this generation that's in schools right now, these parents that are just like, oh, I'm sending you to school and it's just whatever. Like, I feel like when we was growing up, like, you might have somebody talk back to a teacher, but I don't know many people that were bold enough to put hands on a teacher. And that's shit that teachers have to deal with every day. Like, I watched a video recently of a boy spazzing out in class and literally throwing fucking desks, garbage cans, all types of shit at the teacher. And I'm just like, yo, we was in class together. I know where you going with that.
No. Go for it.
But what I'm saying is, that's like the norm. I will never forget the first time I ever did summer school. There was a girl. She was in the 7th grade. She got mad at somebody that was in some school with her. She picked up a desk and she threw it at that motherfucker. And I said, this is not for me.
Not for me.
This is not the place for me. Because if that shit would have hit me, I'm still a human. I'm an adult, yes, but I'm still a human. And I'm a human. I'm reactionary like any other human. And I'm trying to work myself like any other human. But that little girl was bigger than everybody in this room. If she would have hit me with a desk,
it's up.
You would have had to deck her.
Nah, we dealt with a joke her. Yo, where you at? I'm outside this school. Where you at?
Send me the Addy and put it down.
And ask me what happened to that little girl. Nothing. She came back to school the next day.
I didn't know it was rhetorical. I was like,
no.
I got scared. This is what I was about to say.
Nothing happened to her. Why can you throw a desk at somebody else's child? If somebody throw a desk at Parker,
that's fair.
I'm smacking you and your moms. I'm smacking our heads together like this. Don't fucking play with my kid, bro.
If we're gonna sit here and talk about how different the students are, we have to acknowledge that the teachers are different too. So for that, we never would have did those kind of things in class. I also personally never would have put my teacher on my social media or been on their social media. That's something that happens now because boundaries. Right, and in trying to reach these kids, boundaries get blurred. So it's tough. Teachers are in a tough position because they have to be open enough for these kids to be vulnerable and to allow them to like be in their lives, but they still have to be far enough to keep it professiontional, for lack of a better word.
My kids already know. I was on social as somebody that
had versions of it though.
Yeah, we did. We had StoneX. We had Facebook.
StoneX,
MySpace.
Maybe StoneX was a Brooklyn thing. I don't know what StoneX is.
Yeah, you wasn't on StoneX.
I was on StoneX, but I know what StoneX is.
Yeah, but my thing with my kids
in the room.
Facts. My thing with my kids was always.
That's what she doing. That's what she doing. I ain't say that. That's what she did. Happy birthday,
my kids. We only have one birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, my nigga. It's mad funny.
Get your pina coladas on.
I cannot. My kids. We only have one rule. Y'all know I'm on social media. Y'all know that I'm young enough. Y'all know that my kids like at that age they know me. There was only one rule. You could get my Facebook when you graduate. That was it. And it was literally just so if you need me, if you was really like one of my day one niggas, if you need me, you could always find me.
You got some day one.
Because you got some day one. You got some day one niggas.
You got some day one as a young homie. Like,
I can't talk about this conversation as much because one, I'm not a parent, and I feel like that's also crucial too. But also, I'm not an educator. So I just like for me, and I hate parents. No, I don't think that is for me. For me, not everybody, I feel like that is crucial for me to contribute to the conversation because I don't have all the moving pieces. Like I'm an outsider looking in, so I like to know all the moving pieces when I talk about a subject. Like Will can talk about a subject and not fully like understand all sides, which I understand because you're not a teacher. So that's I'm not trying to come for you because I know you're looking at me. I don't want nobody to say I was coming for you.
I didn't know.
Stephen might have said it because we trying.
No, I didn't say.
But I'm just like. I don't like having conversations where I don't at least have an idea of, like, the other side.
But for that, my context to this is my mother has been a teacher for the last 36 years.
Which also, so that makes sense.
A big part of, like, what Daj was talking about, right? The shit is, we have a lot more younger teachers now than we did when I was growing up. Like, the age gap between teacher and student is young as fuck now because also education system burns you out so much that niggas be burnt out by 5 to 10 years. Like, I'm going to a whole different career. The majority of people that are going to be in different career fields probably start off in education because they fell into this shit. Like, nah, I'm out of here. Most of the older people that be in education actually like, yo, love this shit and stayed in this shit. Mm-hmm. A lot of things like classroom management for people are not there. So now when there's no classroom management, a lot of teachers or a lot of new teachers fall into, I'm going to be cool with you. And if I'm cool with you, you're going to listen. So me being cool with you is you can come behind my desk and be on my computer and get on iTunes and get on YouTube or whatever the fuck you may be. Cool with you, when a lot of you try to do that cool with you shit because they can't associate with you or when they don't have the experience to be like, all right, cool, yo, I understand you. If I use this tone or this, you have a bad attitude, I'm going to let you live because we chatted it up or whatever it may be. We ain't built, there's no rapport to build, especially if color comes in, if age comes in. Mm-hmm. So a lot of you go to, I'm going to be cool with you. And I'm going to be cool with you ends up with,
I have social media. I get behind the computer whenever the fuck I want to. The class pet or whatever the class pet used to look like was a smart kid now. That's just now. Now it's just really the kid that kid that's gonna cause your crib so much harm. Yep. You're like, if you my mans, I can teach you that.
Yep, I can teach everybody else.
I don't have to teach you, but I can teach all of my niggas because you will shut shit down instead of really being like, yo, dog, you don't have to be here. Go back outside right now. Calm the fuck down. I'll call your moms because I don't care what you say, wherever you are. I've seen the toughest person be, I'm going to call your moms. And niggas like, yo, nah, don't do that, fam. Because you know your moms get off work at a wrong amount of time. She going to beat your ass. And she probably told Miss Dodge, I could beat your ass. He said, break.
For every tough nigga, there's a tougher mother.
That's 100% fact. So a lot of times, young teachers, and when it comes to color and this, that, being in this shit, and you don't want to offend because it's a sensitive world, people try to be cooler with the student, not understanding when respect is gained. Now it's easy for me to be like, all right, yo, I understand you're having a tough day. Here's the work. I'm gonna let you slide. Mm-hmm. You know what, yo, real talk. Respectfully, yo, shut up. I gotta teach you.
Right.
Respectfully, like, yo, shut up. Or sometimes you really have to let a kid know in the most polite way ever, yo, I'm not pussy. Don't play those games with me.
I really had to do that.
And they really respect you so much. Yo, and they really take that shit into account so much at a certain point. Because if you let a kid bully you from day one, you pussy till you leave that school.
Yo, I've seen it. I've seen kids slap up vice principals. I've seen kids slap the. I always talk about this kid, and I fucking love this kid because there was like, I'm me. So I still command a certain amount of respect, and I've watched children be so disrespectful to other people that would never do the same thing to me. This nigga came to graduation of his junior high school and fucking stapled bulletin board letters on his cap, and the shit said SMD on his cap and gown. And I say, yo, what SMD mean? What that mean? What that mean right there? He was like, yo, for you, this means swing my diploma. But for that nigga, this shit means suck my dick. And he was pointing to the assistant.
I ain't gonna lie, that was good. I'm not gonna lie, that was good.
I will show y'all niggas the video. I still have the video to this day. He said, for you, Miss D, this shit means swing my diploma. But for him, the fucking assistant principal, he said, but for him, this shit means suck my dick at graduation. His parents watched him staple SMD on his cap.
You can't do nothing.
You gotta give him points for creativity.
Number one and number two. And I keep it a buck with you.
It's not A's and B statement. That gotta be a motivator.
I keep it a buck with you. If a parent can sit there and say, yo, my kid can put SMD on a fucking hat at graduation and say they shit to whatever authority figure looks like.
That's crazy.
As a teacher, you can't do nothing.
You can't do
it's
shit.
Beyond
Were
your
their parents foreign? Because my mother don't know what SMD means.
No.
It's beyond your
His Sharon don't know what SMD means.
His mother was my age. She was young as fuck. She knew what SMD
because
meant.
most parents
she
know
was
what my
from
kid is.
East New York. She was a hood bitch. Like, she knew what that was. And you let your kid do that. And he used to walk around that school and terrorize teachers. I've seen fucking 12-year-olds slap the shit out of teachers. No. I've seen fucking 7th graders, a 7th grader that was fucking 5'2", jump in the air to smack a nigga that was 6'4" in the face that worked at that school. This is the shit that I see. And when I'm talking about when we talk about the consequences and repercussions, there were none. There was a 6th grader that sucked 2 dicks, 2 in school during the school day.
The same day?
At the same time, nigga.
She had a dick to 18. What the fuck are these 6th graders doing?
During the school day?
During the school day.
That makes it sound like if it was at 3:30 in the car.
It would feel better a little bit.
Yo, listen, the context sometimes matters.
They cut class. They got caught by the fucking security guards behind the stage. This was my 2nd day working in a junior high school in a fucking hood. She sucked 2 dicks at the. I am 33.
Wait, no.
I have never.
No, stop.
I have never.
Are you saying at the same time or the same day?
No, listen to me. She was here. One was here. One was there. It was 2 dicks.
Ma'am, dicks at the same
It's
time.
not saying
Never mind, shut down. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. Not saying there's anything wrong with that.
But what I'm saying is,
grade, maybe.
ask me what were the consequences and repercussions of niggas was back at school the next day. And the fucking deans, they didn't even want to call the parents. They was just like, yo, I don't even want to call nobody parents and tell them what we just saw. I said,
how would you tell somebody that they shit can't suck a dick?
Excuse me, man.
You should be in trouble for cutting class. You should be in trouble for sucking dick. You should be in trouble for sucking 2 dicks. They should be in trouble for getting their dick sucked. Everybody should have not been in school the next day.
Now, why they gotta get in trouble for
how do you even punish that?
I was gonna ask that.
Well, you gonna punish them twice for each dick?
I just have a question. I don't think that the boys should have got. This might be double standard. I don't think that the boys, because
everybody should have been in class. I'm not sending my son or my daughter to school for that shit.
Yo, if you get jumped by 5 people, that's still one fight.
No, that's.
On that note, hold on.
Yo, why you
On that note, we are gonna take a break. No,
yeah, you can't run it. You can't run it down for East. It's one joint. You can't run it.
It's one suspension. That's it.
This ain't double.
You're not gonna hit me with multiple charges.
This ain't double jeopardy. You can't.
What did this podcast say? And I want to leave.
You can't double jeopardy the head.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't double.
Every bullet in the clip.
Nah, you can't double jeopardy the head. Nah, you can't double jeopardy the head.
Okay, wait. Hold it down.
You can't suspend them per dick.
That's what it's not per dick suspension.
Not in this era.
Not the consecutive sentences.
Niggas call life on the dick. Nah, they call.
In the charge of sucking Darius's dick, you have 10 days. Then you got another 10 days. That's crazy.
Nah.
That's double jeopardy, ain't it?
Hello.
That's what we're saying. Like you can't double jeopardy the head.
Honestly, you gotta be as a woman. You gotta be intentional as fuck sucking dick. Boys, man, depending on who you are. But for me, as a woman, you have to be intentional as shit sucking a dick. So for the fact that she sucked 2 dicks, she wanted to do that. Like, honestly, the onus is on her. In my opinion,
she was the ringleader.
It was definitely the ringleader. The onus is on it because all the nigga had to do
What
was
if they set it up and then she went there and was like, oh.
Wait, what?
Damn, but I like both of y'all. So
well, that's
again.
That don't sound.
I don't think we want to go there.
Again, that's back to her. Because if a nigga, if I walk into a space and niggas set up 2 dicks for me to suck, I'm running.
Not just a painting set.
A second set.
We got 2 dicks.
The second set.
We got 2 dicks in your favorite table.
The nigga said what if it was a setup and the boys set her up to get they both in.
And she got there and she realized she was talking to 2 niggas, but she liked both of the niggas, so she was like, yo, it's lit.
Do her legs not work as long as
she
her?
not thinking like that.
She's 2 hours. Her legs work just as well as her mouth did. She could have ran.
Nigga side says.
Nah, how you gonna jump me if my legs work?
The onus was on her.
All right, let's wind this back. We're gonna wind it down.
Wind down Wednesday. Oh, Thursday.
We're gonna wind it down. Okay. So we have 2 segments that we normally do in So Shameless. One is called Cap or No Cap.
Okay, yes.
Another one is called Defend Your Tweet. So for Cap or No Cap, if you guys don't know, I'm gonna read something to you, and you're gonna basically say if it's cap or if it's no cap.
Okay.
Pretty easy.
Right.
We also have a Defend Your Tweet. And the Defend Your Tweet is one of Mouse's tweets. So
I'm about to say I ain't done nothing in so long.
I don't want to my tweet.
You know, that's the quietest been all night.
Y'all can't, alright.
That's like when Seth said on the timeline he knew niggas car affected. Every bitch went off the timeline.
No, he told that shit to a joint. She tried to get spicy, nigga, out of her. That's what you really.
It was tumbleweed on the timeline. It was just me, and one other person.
Nah,
so I'm gonna try to call Mouse to see if he'll answer the definitive.
Please don't call Mouse.
I have to.
That scared me.
So give us a second. Let's see if the nigga will answer the phone. And if he don't, I do have some Messiah tweets over here for the Defend Your Tweet.
On some real shit, that scared me.
I hope Mouse picks up.
Well, I thought they got me.
Yo,
I thought they got me.
Yo, what did I do? I was like, I thought I deleted all everything.
Nigga, Kendra said that's like a glory hole. You nasty, Kendra.
Oh God.
Mouse is not picking up.
Kendra out here giving it up.
Kendra search history is crazy.
Kendra got the YouPorn platinum shit. The Pornhub platinum shit.
$7.99.
That's a fact. Kendra watching the pornos with the stars on them. I see you, Kendra.
Kendra cookies is crazy.
Y'all are not good people.
She gotta clear her cookies every day.
It's alright, sugar.
It's not going to Pornhub and they be like, welcome back.
I'm a great person.
you again.
She got the automatic fill-in.
Not the Face ID.
Nah, y'all not gonna do Kendra. Y'all can't do Kendra like this.
Kendra got a purple heart in her name. I believe in her.
That bitch a soldier.
I'm a soldier. I don't know why that's what came to me. I'm sorry, y'all. Tahoe's never letting us back. I am a
Nigga Kendra put a purple heart for dick. That's crazy.
Yo, alright. Mouse is not answering. He in the house though.
We got sidetracked.
Yeah, I closed it, but he didn't answer. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go straight into cap or no cap.
Okay.
So we ready?
I just want you to know King Juan said that he was on page.
Yo, hold on. Niggas started wilding out.
Nigga said Kendra probably give her man.
Somebody said one hand on the keyboard. No.
Travis has to relax.
I gotta stop looking at the chat.
Suavemente, papi. Yo.
Yeah, but King Juan said he was on paid leave before. What was he on there for?
Why you asking me? That's not even my business.
I thought you was exploring.
He's a suspect brother for that.
Alright.
Alright, so we
are you ready? Cap or no cap?
Alright.
Fellas, y'all really gotta get comfortable with leaving dates. If there's anything you don't like, leave immediately.
No, that's cap.
No cap.
That's cap.
I got a picture because I left in the middle of the date and it was pouring outside. The girl was like, yo, you look mad stupid. You look, because I was dead dripping wet. But I refused to go back in that restaurant.
You was
so
wet?
I left. Yeah, that's facts.
Yo, it didn't be capping no cap.
Why would he giggle like that?
Because he's sick.
I keep it a buck. I'm gonna throw y'all. I'm gonna invite my mans. Like, yo, come link me at the spot.
That's facts.
Now we here. Now me and my nigga have. I'm gonna call my niggas like, yo. Now
The
me and my
worst
nigga
part
have
is though, his nigga is me. You gotta call a woman before you call a guy for that. He's like, oh, Sayo joining us, and I walk in and say,
and now we're there. Like, what? Now we're here. Because normally, if it's a spot to go to, I'll meet you in the middle ground. It's gonna be a spot I also think it's fun. I feel like a lot of people have whack dates where you pick a spot that either might favor the other person or it's not real, some fun shit. So now you're there like, damn, yo, we can't talk about nothing. But you know what? The music fire, the food fire, the drinks fire. It's enough things to like run this shit down to like you're having fun yourself. If I think a date trash, you're niggas.
Y'all better than me. I'm talking.
Run it down.
I hope you had a good time.
And I'm gonna get my bill at the bar though.
I had fun. Shout out to everyone.
Why you gonna fight with me at Cheesecake? You know I love to go there. I'm leaving. I'm
gonna get my bill at the bar though. I'm like, yo.
That's cap for me because 9 times out of 10, I already done carved out time out my schedule, and 9 times out of 10, I already picked the spot. So if the day is whack, I'm gonna still stay there. I know the drink's good. I know the food good.
I'm gonna call my.
Please leave me.
Please
leave me because you just cut my bill in half. Please leave me.
Oh my God.
Please
call me.
Please leave.
All right. Watch out for females that never post a man. They know how to play the game.
Cap.
Cap.
Why would you say my name?
Because I ain't never seen it, but I know that they be around.
I have no niggas, y'all.
We was waiting for. Hey,
niggas had to.
Not the sleepy Super Bowl commercial.
And now, this part of this podcast.
However, I do think that I don't think they know how to play the game. I think that they are just being intentional. That's my favorite word. So I'm gonna say that is cap.
Look, Juan trying to shoot his shot. Juan been asking me about you for so long. I'm just pointing. Look, Juan, I'm telling you.
I saw you on a question mark answer. He wants to answer right now.
He wants to know.
He said answer.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Juan got the room. They got the room. What King
Why would he move the plate leave out the way?
Nah, I gotta see what King Vaughn's saying.
Not King Vaughn. That's so crazy.
Nah, I gotta see what King Vaughn's saying and shit.
So how do we feel? Is this cap or no cap?
I
think it's cap.
That's cap.
I said it's cap.
The real reason that's cap because
Wait,
no one don't know how to play
cap.
the game. Whether she post that nigga or not, she still don't know how to play the game.
Ooh.
That's it.
I'm so glad you got a camera.
Because I
whatever I want over here.
Okay.
That's nice.
Someone can be so fine until you peep their mindset.
Oh, that's a fact.
That's definitely
That's a fact.
No cap.
No cap.
That's a big fact.
universal.
Word.
People be lying.
Bitches be signing
Know
up
they
for
lying. Knowing you know they lying and still lie.
That's definitely no cap.
No cap.
That's cap.
No.
What?
That's cap.
How is it cap?
Because if they have convinced themselves
Is
to
it
that
true?
degree that it is a truth, you will never get the truth out of them. So you need to live your reality as if they never going to come
Just
back.
because they don't know, just because they believe it's the truth, don't mean it's the truth.
But it affects your world.
So it can still be a lie, though. It can still be a lie that affects your world.
So it could be your lie or their truth. Either one. It's
When
pick
Will
one.
wanna be
It's fine.
technical,
Son,
that
I
nigga will
guess to me,
spin
all.
move. It will
Was that
spin
technical?
move the fuck. It was like Saya was saying the ox is the ox, but the ox are different ox. You feel me? I was like, okay.
All right, here's
But
one.
let me tell you, when a Leo think they right, there's no telling them they wrong.
That nigga-
Facts. That's a fact.
That is a
Well,
fact.
one time I thought that I didn't know everything.
When was this?
I was wrong.
I knew you since you was 7. I don't know whatever. I thought you was wrong.
I can't wait till y'all on my Netflix documentary. Real nigga.
Oh yes, oh yes, right.
The blooper reel gonna be. That's what
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
go off.
Polo, PLL, yo,
El Pollo Loco. That's my AKA name right there, El Pollo Loco.
I can't. All right. In most cases, when a man earns money, he dreams of giving his wife the best. When a woman earns money, she feels she does not need a man.
Cat.
That's cap.
Yeah, I think that's cap.
Oh my god, bitches with money still want a nigga.
Maybe one nigga.
Do they?
But, you know.
Yeah,
And nobody
It's money to shake the
nobody trick like a girl that can afford to and that you like really fuck
No,
with you.
son.
Like a woman
No.
that fuck with you, she's tricking, bro.
Look at that.
He said, "You see these socks? These jeans?
Why would a nigga dance like this?
These
Why would this
dungarees,
nigga
they
dance like this?
Nigga, a joint that like you will get extra guacamole. Nigga, that bitch cool.
I'm about to say, if I like a nigga, I'm definitely buying gifts. Not saying that I get money. I'm just saying.
Sayo, come on. So why you do this?
This bitch on Twitter.
I have been blessed in my salary, but I'm not rich. However,
You know how rich you gotta be to say I'm blessed with my salary?
Right, because I'm not
Nigga.
blessed.
Man,
I'm
right there on my order.
I'm broke and I'll be like, yo,
my salary.
I'm broke and I'll be like, I'm a 10-figure nigga.
That's Sayo Jakes giving the good word.
Not Sayo Jakes.
Blessed in my salary. Let the church say amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
I will definitely. I don't think that money is a replacement for companionship and partnership.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Cat.
fellas, Sayo, she
it's
has
funny.
access to the bag, and you can be poor,
For the love of
but she
Sayo.
loves you.
That's
For
not what
the love
I
of
said.
Sayo.
That's what she said.
You can write the something
That's
like
not
the
what I
back of
said.
her heel or something.
I'm not
For the
gonna
love
lie,
of
you. The
Sayo.
poor niggas got good dick, but I'm not gonna.
Because they ain't got nothing better. They have to perfect the craft that they're
That's a
good
known
at.
fact.
All right, I have some more.
So why poor bitches ain't got good pussy then?
I don't know.
That's not. I don't know. That's not my wheelhouse.
I never.
I
knew.
wouldn't know because I don't touch broke bitches.
I'm about to say it's hard enough for me to
I
maintain.
can never do that on that side.
No, you.
Nah, he said, nah,
I'm worried
Sayo
about-
got the bag. We know. With your tongue out.
That's what's happening. Juan trying to get her come up.
Yo, Juan want to be your
She about
sugar
to
baby
draft
so
you.
bad. You going to Detroit?
Yo, Juan, you can fight?
It's so cold in the deep.
I knew what you were thinking. I need to stop. Anyway,
Not
the
the
point
real
is,
husbands of Zoom.
yo, Will. I've never seen Will's face so stink when he said something. That nigga did a laugh afterward or nothing. He said.
All right, I got some more. We'll get out of here. I promise. It's a few more. It's like 3 more. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Even when I was broke, I was loved by women. I think that a lot, not all, of the men who say they're only loved unconditionally based on what they can provide haven't accepted that they're just unpleasant to date.
Cap.
That's no cap.
No cap.
No cap.
I actually think
That's no cap.
What I mean by is cap for me, I'm gonna go with my personal experience. I always say I'm blessed to have the female fucking friends that I have in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yo, they would love me unconditionally. Yeah. I've also been around
And that is like an outlier for me. Mm-hmm. Like from what I've seen. Majority of I've seen my nigga, it's a give and take, dog. Broke niggas ain't about to be broke niggas friends.
Nah, I'm gonna call.
But this is just my personal experience. I ain't going by. So if I say cap on my personal shit.
That's fair. Like in my personal experience, I'm drawn from a lot of places. So it's like I have friends that when we were younger, like they still was up and was doing the most, and I have friends who, like everybody else, was broke college students, and I would watch these girls go from like the up niggas tables with all these fucking cups and take them to the niggas at the bar that they really like.
Oh no, cause you funny.
You're like I've seen girls leave fancy dinners with niggas and take food home for another nigga.
Fact. I will say
it's like you don't gotta spend money. If you don't gotta spend money. If she fuck with you, like you can.
The baddest of bitch has a nigga that she was embarrassed to say that she fucked with because he was either poor, ugly, or whatever, but she still fucked with him. Don't know why. But she did.
Yo, so question for that. So how y'all feel the broke nigga y'all did the favor to and fuck?
Cheated on you?
In front of you niggas like, this black bitch.
You said what?
No, I'm saying how do they feel as women like, yo, the broke nigga they fuck with off the strength of like, yo, I genuinely fuck with you. Like, yo, even though you ain't giving me nothing in the checkbook, like nothing I check off you meeting them shits, but I'm still showing like the love.
Betrayal for me.
And you turn around and the nigga spin the block and like violate.
Honestly, like I feel bad, but I take all my L's in silence, bro. Like I take all my L's in silence, and I got a couple of high profile L's, and it'll be on my deathbed that you gotta give me that shit.
That nigga sound like an auntie. Nigga said,
he don't know, seriously, because it's shit that I wouldn't even tell my friends. Like, yo, I know this is an L. I accept this as an L, and I'm gonna take this shit to the grave because y'all never. It's never gonna be a nigga I've watched girls like expose niggas on the timeline over the years, and it's so easy for a nigga to say, "But I fucked though." Nigga, I'm not even I don't give a fuck what you did. I'm not even gonna expose you because I fucked though. That shit trumps everything. Therefore, I'm gonna take my L's in silence.
Honestly,
not no more.
If a nigga say to me that he fucked though, honestly, he's more with the blessing. So I don't feel embarrassed if a nigga ever said to me, "But you fucked though." There's very few niggas that's gonna be able to say that. Period. So
I
stop it.
I ain't even say nothing. Y'all didn't know why niggas looked at me.
I said not one word.
What I do?
What I do?
Not what I do.
What I do?
What I did?
What I do? What a little girl? What's a little girl name that they be on the timeline with the Z?
Nigga, I'm out here like a fucking. I'm on this couch like a baked potato. She asked us mad questions. I thought she was old already.
I got two more.
Nigga.
I gotta get these out. Y'all ready?
Yes. Let's go. Lightning round.
That's what she.
Not the lightning round.
Overextending yourself doesn't make people appreciate you more. Unfortunately, it makes them value your time and comfort a lot less. People pleasing is a race to the bottom.
No cap. No cap.
It's a no cap for me also.
Don't overlink, bro. Go home.
All right. Last one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Women don't care about the struggles men go through. They hang out at the finish line and fuck the winners. Then somebody said, y'all upset with the women instead of being focused on becoming a winner. Why aren't you mad at the men hustling harder than you? Stop worrying about these ladies and get a check. That's the damn problem. Cap or no cap?
Both of them stupid.
Both of them are stupid.
Like definitely both stupid. But I think that is cap and no cap because it depends on the woman. Because some women actually do that, but not all. So I think that
I don't want the loser, maybe.
My thing is. But the thing is, what's your definition of loser? Because that's to me where it varies. Like a nigga who's a winner can be someone who is again making that money that we talked about, the money that you can play with. Right. But to me, a winner is someone who sees their circumstances and realizes that doesn't determine them. So somebody who's actually coming out of this, actively working, not the potential, because we can't be fucking potentializing no more.
Not in my 30s.
But when you're actively putting in work to better your life, your situation, be a better person, therapy. Like class, whatever that looks like to you. Mm-hmm. So I think that it could just be both answers because there's bitches who want the finished product and there's bitches who are willing to walk with you to the finish line.
The weird part I think of her side is her answer comes down to yo, get a check. And he spoke a little general, so you might really not know if he's talking about actual physical money.
Right.
Because
I've been down. I've seen niggas been down with the greatest pockets in the world. Like, yo, I'm genuinely just not down, or I can't talk to nobody, or I can't get this shit out, or I understand this. Her answer comes down to niggas hustling harder than you, get a check. So on both sides, he gotta find a way to speak better. My nigga, go to therapy. I don't know what the fuck.
Go see the lady.
And on her side,
see the lady.
And on her side, her answer is the wackest thing I always see happen all the time, where it comes down to what you can give is that bread, or your value is that bread. That doesn't mean you ain't got the bread and you want to give it whenever you want to give it, but it's like, oh damn, you type, shorty not there, get the money harder. I'm like, yo, my nigga, he might not be talking about money, but again, he spoke mad general, so all you niggas go to therapy and shit. Go take a nap, son.
A nap will change your whole perspective.
I take a lot of nap. I take a lot. Go wash your hair and do that. Cause some of y'all shits be ashy. Yo, you ever seen a junk take her wig off and just ashy?
Relax.
What's ashy, the wig or her scalp?
Pick one.
Not pick one.
You ever seen Ashley McMill braids?
What came first, the egg or the chicken? Like, what's
pick one. You ever see Ashley McMill braids?
Yes.
Like, this shit look like when LeBron does this.
Get him out of here.
Alright, this has been another episode.
Okay.
Like, So Shameless Podcast. Please give the niggas y'all apps.
Oh my god.
And all of that other shit so we can fucking go.
Oh, nah, my arm is sweating though. Dude, I ain't picking up my hand. Come on, you about to cry me like that. Don't do that, big dog. Don't do that, big dog.
Question. See, that's the dickhead.
Yo, my nigga.
No, that's the dickhead shit. That's what niggas talking about.
So hot, son.
You were so quiet the whole time. You said, put your hand
up.
up.
He's talking about black women. I had to protect my queen.
Can y'all please drop your apps so we could go to fuck home?
Good answer.
Son, I feel like I'm on the rotisserie shit. Like, get me out of here. Son.
I'm usually always hot, and I'm perfectly fine.
Yo, I'm behind. I should have worn a different color. I didn't know I was going to the jungle.
Give your app.
Oh shit, that shea butter baffy. I
forgot you changed it to that.
I ain't got no socials. It's only on IG. No look from you nowhere else.
You said no socials, but only on IG. That's a whole social.
Alright, fucking Mrs. Scopapo. Like, what's up?
Yo, what's wrong with him?
Alright. Is it me?
Go ahead.
Somebody?
My Instagram is Same Energy Podcast.
Good, thank you. The nigga didn't even say our own podcast Instagram. Nigga said me.
That's it.
Me. Alright.
That's it. Seth just cooling on all socials. Same Energy Podcast. Travel with Passport Society.
Ooh, gree. Yo, when your fucking company come out, son?
Yo, you got like a photo booth and a cleaning service?
Yeah. I heard. We found out about that shit on the episode
podcast. Did you get to the end of the podcast and know Seth to start in 2 businesses?
No, he got 2 businesses.
LLC Poppies.
Now.
Shout out to Big Money Seth.
I'm surviving out here.
I'm surviving.
I'm a survivor.
His words said I'm surviving, but the hair rub said I'm not a businessman.
I'm a businessman.
I can't wait to rent your photo booth and just, that's the shit that spin, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that shit in the house for no reason.
Yeah,
yo, I know you do. Are you gonna look at the footage though? Because I feel like doing like some wild freak shit and the shit going around.
Not gonna look at her like,
relax.
What's your hand?
That shit go slow mo. I'll be like this.
So my hand.
All right now.
All right. I'm just call me Sio SIO at everything. Actually,
on everything.
At Hotmail, at AOL.
I do have it on Gmail. So on Instagram and Twitter, everybody should be on Twitter. It's just call me Sio SIO. My website is justcallmesio.com. You have Same Energy Podcast on Instagram, Same Energy Pod on Twitter, and we have a YouTube. So please plug into that. Our videos don't make sense, just like this episode, but we here.
My favorite. Y'all are my favorite podcast.
I don't know why.
And over
Nigga
again.
be pressing us, man.
I don't know.
No, I do because y'all need to record more and y'all need to figure out your life, which y'all really are. Like y'all are my favorite podcast. Y'all niggas are fucking hilarious.
I hope that.
Nigga Seth just sucked everybody. Nigga, I hope that for us.
Yo,
because I know what I hope
I ain't
for.
gonna hold you. I told Daj, I said if we'll show up, this shit gonna turn into a therapy session. So I'm actually proud of us for not going in.
It's gonna happen later.
Nah,
yo, I'm cursing you out. Easy call, record more. Not once a
Why are you cursing me?
Who you talking to?
Why I'm talking to y'all?
Yo, King Ball, relax, bro.
I don't think you guys understand like how much I have spoken about your podcast on this podcast. Because you listen, they know. I know. But the fact I fucking love y'all, and I wish that y'all recorded more. And I'm happy that you guys are on YouTube now. More content, more content, more content, more content. I fuck with y'all. And the next time y'all gonna come back, half and half. I need 2 to volunteer as tribute.
I'm gonna come clean. I need my own episode.
For what?
I'm gonna get my own episode regardless. So.
On whose platform? Yours or mine?
Huh?
Oh. On whose platform?
I will sit outside this motherfucker and
why? Because you live next door?
I'm really sad I missed the All Women podcast. All Women episode though.
Oh yeah.
I was sad.
Yeah, I was sad too.
And I wouldn't have made it anyway because my flight got delayed. I didn't get home until like 2 a.m.
Damn.
Y'all talking about why I don't know
what's
what to eat?
FMC?
Excuse me?
Y'all talking about why I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what I want to eat ever. That's it. That's a part of my DNA.
Figure that shit out.
Fuck.
Daj, what's FMC?
Why y'all?
I think it's like
yes.
Fat Men Club.
Fat Man Coalition.
Fat Men Coalition. That's what it is.
Oh.
Federal
Is that healthy?
Credit Union.
I'm like, fuck money hoes. I'm doing that shit.
You got him with the commercial. Look at you. By yourself. Look at the TV. You're doing nothing with yourself right now, FMC.
Please. What do we do? Do we just end this?
I just want to say thank you guys for coming and helping me out since I was
Thank you for having us.
Happy birthday, Tahoe. We love you. I hope you enjoyed your vacation.
I didn't mean to call you an old bitch. Just the old
Nah, she did.
Not the bitch part. Just the old
Sayo,
part.
take us out of this song.
Ooh, what are we gonna sing?
Yes.
Come on and let's do it. It was
Riding my pony, my saddle, waiting,
Jump on it.
Hey.
Yo, all I'm gonna say is,
not the music soul sound right
yo,
First of all, wait, hold on.
yo, before we get off, all of y'all so shameless motherfuckers. LL Cool J has the worst lyrics in rap history.
Oh my god.
I want y'all to go there and Google LL Cool J lyrics
Also
one day.
the worst fits.
Wait, first of all, speaking of music, Soul Child, you defend your tweets and they were all from Sayo.
Oh, please, nah.
No,
let's
wait.
do one.
Oh yeah, go say one. Say one.
One said, not Anthony having to do the verse for someone he bought out because he didn't know the words. Let me get some more wine.
Yeah, Nappy Boy. When remember you brought out Nappy Boy?
He bought out a half of a nappy root?
Yes, and then the nigga was
Sounds
like,
a little racist.
No, he bought out the nappy root so there was only just one.
That buzz on the ground.
Yes.
Niggas literally saying, he said, all my life.
All I'm gonna say is, can't nobody fuck with my man
How the fuck you
Johnny.
bring somebody out for verses and the nigga didn't know his own verse?
Sayo also said, I need a close-up of the right leg of Music's jean leg.
Because he had a cargo fade jean. And
I
needed
need
get more
to see if
information.
the pocket helps or hurts the
Somebody, so the thing is, okay. So Mouse said Music looked like a back pocket. That nigga came out.
I'm signing off.
No, that nigga came out with a cropped hoodie. And the top part of the hoodie was corduroy. I thought it was cotton at first, but it was corduroy. And the bottom part was denim. And then the little end of it was elastic. What does elastic do? Stretch. It gets stretched, but what is it supposed to do around your leg? Tighten. Why was it loose? Why was it loose? And then, so then I'm like, okay, then somebody said to me, but the jeans is fire. And I'm like, I have to get a close-up. So that's why I wanted a close-up of his jeans. I wanted more information. I wanted more data.
Even though
Jabot jeans on.
Even though Mouse didn't answer the phone, Mouse's tweet was, these 4 niggas sound amazing harmonizing and Music over there sounding like a fucking hiccup. And in that,
That's wrong.
we're so shameless.
That's not a hiccup.